Hello,
Hey
hello,
Tom, how are you?
hello.
I was going to ask if you went live because I didn't see it, but now I got the alert, so we are live.
Yeah, I was just looking to mine to update my thing, and it doesn't show me live yet, but now it does. You're right; it's kind of delayed tonight. So
Takes a minute, but we're in there.
yeah, but at least it's up, right? There we go. All right, and I just went from club private. When we have to, everybody, when we go live,
Hey Tom,
whoops,
how are you?
when we go live with Facebook, it has to, we have to go in and actually change the privacy setting for each of the events. It's like it gets a bit crazy, and that's one
Is
of the
that only for your business page? Because I never have to do that for my personal page.
only for the personal. If the business one
Oh, they've
is
never made
doesn't,
me do it. Like maybe mine is already automatically set to personal, but I've never
yeah,
had to do it.
yeah. I wonder if I wonder if I only had the one, if it would default. But I wonder if it's because I have so many. I don't know. Oh, good morning, everybody, and good morning, Miss Bonnie. We were
Well,
just
look at
talking
here.
about you.
Misty R wants a love reading right off the back, and she is so mistaken.
You came to the wrong place, Misty R. You need Miss Bonnie, the love goddess. Your love goddess there.
On
She
Friday
will
night.
exactly. She'll take care of you and Sundays. Yes, too. Yes,
Hey, Quinn.
I'll put her connection up, Misty R, so you can connect with her and watch for her to show up live. Let me pull that up right now. Let me get that out of the way
No
right now.
need, no love readings.
Do 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 do
And you don't want
do.
a love reading from the Grim Reaper of Love anyway.
Oh my goodness! You know, I had a who was it? I was reading somebody. Oh, it was a private reading. I was reading, and I was reading for them, and I gave them as part of the reading a love reading, and they stopped me and they said, "Wait a minute, Don, are you giving me a love reading?" And we both bust out laughing because they're like, I cannot believe it. I said, we didn't set out to do a love reading. That's exactly the message came through for a love reading, but I don't set out to do it. But we both laughed so hard because they watched the show and they've known over and over that that's not not one of my things I like to do. And so there was funny. She's like, wait a minute, are you giving me a love reading? And I'm
If
like,
it
yeah.
comes up organically, I'm fine. Like, oh, I'm just doing a reading, and then there's like, oh, there's a guy or there's a girl, fine. But if you specifically want me to check in on your relationship, one, I feel like I'm tapping into their, like I'm reading their diary and I don't have their permission. So I don't like doing that. But two, I just love readings just aren't my thing. Quinn asked me, Angie, how was it moving your son out of dorm? It was easy breezy. Brenda was already packed. We just two loads, boom, boom. We were done, moved him right back home. And it is lighter on my pockets. That's how it felt. Lighter on my pockets because he's not going back. And that is a great deal of money that we will be saving with him living right in his bedroom, doing exactly what he was doing in the dorm room. So yeah. Bonnie says we have to pay her if we do a love reading. So definitely see Bonnie on Friday and Sunday.
That's your payment, Bonnie, right there. That's your payment.
Exactly.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Hey KK. It's KK is Carrie, right? Hey Carrie. Hey Kelly. Hey Lori. Hey Quinn. Let's see who else. That's it. That's all I see. See
Welcome
Quinn
in,
X for
everybody.
general. Automax for what's going on the second half of the year. I mean, well, I guess it is already the 6 month done almost. Goodness.
I can't believe it. It's true.
I want
We
it to be like we're not done with the first half, but technically we almost done.
yeah, yep, 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 yep. Folks, if you hadn't noticed, if you follow my YouTube channel or even on Facebook, you'll notice that I shifted my readings. So my weekly readings are going to be published 4 days out of the week. The earth signs on one day, the air signs one day, the water signs one day, and the fire signs on one day. So instead of them all coming out on either a Friday or a Saturday or a mix of the two, they're going to start on Tuesday and be out by Friday completely for the following week. And so you'll see me popping up a little more often, but it's the same amount of information. It's just I'm spreading it over the calendar a little more. So keep an eye on that. Okay. With that said, anyone catching your eye there, Miss Angie?
Oh, Quinn said Mardi Gras is next Wednesday. Wait, we haven't already had Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras already passed, hasn't it? No, it's already passed. It was before Easter. It was in
Oh,
fact.
Mari graduates. My bad. Her son graduates. Lord, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh my gosh. Let me take the glasses off. Maybe I can see if I
I
take them
say
off.
Quinn was taking us backwards in the
Oh,
year. She's like,
I'm like,
let's reset
wow.
the calendar.
I'm like, wait, we already did Fat Tuesday and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I can't read. My bad. Woo. That Ashley one caught my eye. The what's going on for the second half of the year? That one caught my eye.
I loved it when how she put it because at first when I read that, I thought she was saying I love reading for what to expect, and I'm like, didn't I just? And then I read it again. It's like I'd love a reading. It's like okay.
Um, so and you know what? I saw a graduation, but I thought it was for what's her name? The lady Ashley. Is it Ashley Autumn or Autumn Ashley? Which one is it?
Autumn, Autumn, Ashley.
Autumn Ashley. Okay, Autumn. Are you still here? Um, So I was gonna ask her, was there something significant that she was about to celebrate? Because I saw a celebration, but it looked outside. So I was wondering if she was graduating um over the summer. So it looks like she's going to have some kind of celebration over the summer or later on this year for her. And then I heard, what are you waiting for? Like your guys are wondering what is taking you so long to move forward or to step out on this plan. Like they show me you at a cliff and you're afraid to take the step because you think you're going to fall off the cliff, but they're showing if you take the step, they'll build the bridge across. Like every step you take, there'll be another piece for you to walk on. So all you really need to do is to take the step to move forward in whatever this process is and start this new opportunity. And they show me the full card, which is a new start, which is you stepping off of that cliff and moving forward. So I'm hoping that this will motivate you to go ahead and move forward. So what is it? Is it to start a new job or is it to start your own business? Because I do see something like a new opportunity coming up. So is that it? Or is it a relationship? Because I kind of see a guy standing still waiting on you to make the next move. So is there a guy that you're waiting on that you should be like he's just standing there and he's stuck or frozen and he can't move until you make a decision. So is this about a relationship? Oh my God, wait, Selena, you got the
Oh,
ear implant?
that is fantastic news, Selena.
Shut up. I remember us telling her that to like put it out there. Maybe the date will come up. It was something about her insurance and everything, and it was ending. Shut up. I am so, oh my gosh, I am so happy for you. Yes.
Yes, folks, if you don't understand how important this was, Selena was in, was it a week or two ago at most, right? And she was going to get she wanted to hear. That was her thing. She just wants to hear. And so she qualified and was accepted to get a cochlear implant. And the scheduled surgery was on a certain date, and then she got notice that her insurance with this company was ending at a certain date just before the surgery, and she wouldn't then, because the new insurance didn't cover it. And we told her, set an affirmation, say this will happen, get to it and make it happen. And we told her it was going to happen, and have faith. And look at, this is just, oh my God, this
Oh
is
my gosh,
such
I am
a,
so excited. It actually happened for her. Oh my gosh.
congratulations, Selena. That makes me feel amazing. It gives me faith and confidence, first in
Yes.
the system that good people do get good things to happen to them. Secondly, affirmations work, people. If you don't
She
believe
is on her
me,
way home from the hospital right now. I'm so
and
excited about
you
it.
have no idea how much this surgery would have cost, folks. The surgery would have been astronomical.
Like even her portion, they wanted it up front, like $7,000,
Yes,
I think it was. I
yes,
am
yes.
so excited.
Yes, wow! Congratulations to that, and again, thank goodness that you did the affirmations and you believed and you made it happen. That's such
I
good.
am
I'm
so
so happy.
like y'all don't know how excited I am because this is something that we as a collective online send her positive energy. We sent her prayers. We helped her with the affirmation online. I remember it like it was
Yes.
yesterday. And we were like, listen, I'm telling you, it can happen. It can happen. And she just didn't think it would, and it did. And oh my gosh, I'm like super
That night
excited
she
for
got
you.
so much love. She got so much love
Oh my
from
gosh.
everybody. They were like, Selena, we're with you. We're sending you. Everybody sent you energy. I mean, folks, why if you don't believe in wishes and in miracles and in dreams, then you'll never get them. But she did. She took that leap of faith. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Beautiful. Oh, that is amazing. That
Thank
now
you for
that
being
is a good day. That makes today a good day. I'm so happy for you.
absolutely.
So happy.
Gosh,
And
Brenda.
Autumn, I'm so sorry. I saw you showed that you were married and that it's a business that you're waiting to start. That's what they're saying. Why don't you start the business? But why is the guy frozen in place? Is that your husband waiting on you to make a decision to decide to walk out on faith on the new opportunity or because there is a man standing in front of you. So why is he standing there? It could be your husband, but it also could be a business interest. But he's just standing there, frozen, waiting on you to make a decision. So when you decide, then he'll be allowed to move forward. So at this point, he's not moving because you haven't made your decision. They are showing me that there is a decision that you need to make. And there's a partnership because they're showing me the Three of Pentacles. So I'm believing that you need to just go ahead and decide, like to just move forward with it. The guys are asking, what is it that's stopping you from doing it? Like, are you going to be overwhelmed by working multiple jobs? Is it that you don't have faith in that it's going to do? Oh, he's been pushing you to get started. Okay, so because I see him just standing there, like whatever you decide, I can't move until you decide what you're going to do. So maybe his future employment plans or his future career plans are dependent upon how much effort he has to put in to help you. And so you're just kind of holding up the family. And I don't want to say it like that, but you're just kind of holding up progress by not moving forward on what you're going to do. If like, listen, we gave this girl an affirmation to get this $1 billion surgery that she just got on her ear. If we're telling you to move forward, listen to your guys. Put it out there what you want, how you want it to start, where you want it to be, what you want it to be, and allow your guides to go out there and get it done. That is the one thing, if nothing else, that I remember that and Don taught me a lot. But the one thing I remember is to send your guides out to bring back the information you need. So if there's something about your business that you don't know, like if you don't know what kind of software to use to collect the money or to take payments or to track orders or to do whatever, send your guides out to bring back somebody with that information or to bring that information to you so that you can get that information. But it looks to me like I said, you're on a cliff, but your guides are ready to place a bridge, to build a bridge across for you to make it to the other side. And the other side is just lush green growth and flowers and plants and everything. So that means that once you decide to take the step out, you'll step over into abundance. Do you have a little girl? Do you have a little girl, Miss Autumn? I see a little girl and maybe a little boy, but at least a little girl, I think it is. Is that true? Just set it up. Just set it up there. I'll throw it away. Yeah. Sorry, I have a whole bunch of kids over at the house.
All good in the
um,
neighborhood.
exactly. Oh, so you have two boys. Okay, so I saw two littles. And so what is the holdup? Is there some holdup with them? Or is one of them, I see one of them with a musical instrument. So is one of them very musically inclined, like very talented with instruments or something like that? One just has a lot of hair. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So is one of them musically inclined? I see one of them like really being interested in music or instruments or maybe some kind of performance. Like I feel like one of them is very talented musically or in performance. So let me if that's the truth, like if they are if he is musically inclined, you need to nurture that and help him to move forward because I see him being successful at that. Like he seems does he have a nice singing voice? Like I feel like I can hear him bellowing out things. So is that true of either of the children? Okay, loves music and dance, but he's only 3. No, well, maybe he'll grow up to be there, but I see one of them being very musically inclined and being very good at singing, and that's something that you need to nurture in this child. Because I see them being very successful, like growing up maybe in like acting and plays and things like that. And okay, because I see him singing, like he's bellowing out this song. So, but I see him at an older age, like at maybe 6 or 7. So I see him bigger. So it just gets bigger and bigger the older he gets. And so he's a very entertaining child. Like I could see him acting and maybe being like, I don't know, like in a commercial or some things like that. So I do see him being very talented in that way. And then I also see you. What is the challenge at your job? Because I keep hearing challenge, challenge, challenge at your job. So are you currently working and you having some challenges or some disagreements with work? Is it procedure or is it people? Because I see some challenges for you at work that you're dealing with. Because I see you kind of grinding your teeth or kind of, you know how you bite down on where they say bite your tongue? I see you grinding your teeth, wanting to say something but not saying anything. So is there some issues at work? I do see that kind of going away eventually. I feel like a manager or a director or someone is going to leave and things should level out for you. It's definitely the people. So I do see some people leaving. I don't know if they're leaving because they're quitting and moving on to another company or if they're going to be promoted, but I do see them not being such a challenge to you. I heard them say keep it positive. Like I don't feel like you're wishing things on them like, oh, I hope you get a flat tire on your way home. They're saying keep it positive. They're saying keep it positive and stay focused on your task at hand. Things will ease up for you, and just set your manifestations for what you want. What is it that you want at work? Is it that you want more money? You want more peace? You want a different apartment? You want a different job? Whatever it is, set your intentions for those things and it'll come to you. Right now, a lot of things aren't happening for you because you're just not believing that they'll happen for you, or you're not stating what it is that you want. It's like your guys are standing there just waiting to give you whatever you want, and you have to state what it is and believe that it'll happen, and then just watch it unfold. Because there's not a lot of work for you to do. You've already put in the heavy work, or you've already, like they show me you with the strength, which means that you've had to deal with some difficult situations. So if you just kind of put your intentions out there as to how you want this to be resolved, it'll work out for you. This is really a good, I've heard manifesting time. And guys, Keena told me about this lady who her name is Stormy Grace, I think it is, on YouTube, and she does astrology. So we just had like the Scorpio full moon. She tracks you all the way back to all the eclipses and all the Scorpio moons, like the new moons and the full moons, and she tracks you all the way back to say, what were you doing in November of 2023? What were you doing in February of 2024? And then these lead up to the end. And I think there's one more coming in 2026. And these are all Scorpio moons. And she tracks you through to show you how the decisions that you made then are influencing where you're going now and what the end of it will be. So you might want to watch her.
Who is this
But
again? Who is
again,
this again?
you're Stormy Grace.
Really?
It's a astrologer.
Wow.
Her latest one, it was about the Scorpio full moon, and she walks you through all the cycles of the Scorpio moon, the new moon, the eclipses, and everything that happened over the last couple years. And she shows you how there's supposed to be four, and the last one will happen in 2026.
That's interesting. I've got to.
Oh, Bonnie says she does that too.
I
So yeah, and she tells you like, what were you doing in November of 2023? How does that? And she tells you how that affects you. So I haven't watched it, but Keena said it was a really good one too.
I've got to check that out
So
now.
Miss Autumn, I hope that helps you out. Yeah, Miss Autumn, I hope that helps you out, and I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity on how to move forward for the rest of the year. Basically, get out there and start that business, nurture the little boy with the singing, and whatever's going on at work will kind of ease up for you. Don, do you have anything for Miss Autumn?
Autumn, the one thing that I was getting for you that stood out most first, and probably the thing that I would pay attention to initially, or maybe give some impetus to more than anything else, is your teeth. I don't know what's happening with your teeth, but I am getting a energy around your teeth. And are you experiencing something like again, like, is there a tooth hurting you? Is there something about maybe your bite or gum? I'm getting pain around the jaw lines, and so pain with the teeth. If you are, please take care of it. Do not let it fester. Do not let it, get worse. Okay, because I'm definitely picking up that energy. Um, And I was just asking Spirit, is that your energy or is that your kids? It's not your kids. So it's not your kids' teeth. This is your, and it's not your spouse's teeth. This is definitely your teeth. Um,
TC, you can't find who on YouTube. Don put up both of our channels. On YouTube, I'm A5Says A, the number 5, SAYS, A5Says, and Don is Sonoran Mystic Tarot. We're both on YouTube.
so I'll pop them up again too in a minute. For
And he
people.
just put the QR codes up for you to be able to find us.
Yeah, yep, and I'll put that up again too. Um, did you? Are you having? Are you? Did you and your husband have like a little spat or a little like head to head situation happen? Because I'm picking up a little tension there too. And is it about what Angie was talking about? Was that maybe part of what's happening? Because maybe he's saying, it's either, excuse my French, shit or get off the pot. And because you've been saying, I wanna, and he's like, well, just do it, damn it, that kind of thing. Is there, because I'm feeling tension there when I went into this feeling about husband and wife, and so I picked up a tension between the two of you. So let me, is it again, it's, I don't feel it's something major, don't get me wrong, I don't get like it's not like it's earth shattering, but I do believe it is again of a just a it's like, again, move, just do something, it's like, and stop talking, do something. So not talk, do. um but he's supportive, I get the supportive energy, I get that for sure. um Now you say you have young kids, but I'm finding one in school. Do you have one? Yeah, you said young, right? He said she said 3 years old or something.
One of them is 3, and then there's an older one. So maybe he's the one that's in
Okay, because
school.
I'm picking up one in school, and I'm picking up a little drama there too. Um, yeah, with him. Yeah, with that one. Yeah, he's having a little drama of his own in a different way at school. Is so school over now? Is that what it is? Because school is getting ready to be over, and he's realizing that he's not going to have that connection that he's had now. It's something like that. Because be careful around school, the end of school year for him, because I think that it's going to be a little more traumatic for him than you expected or than he expected. I'm getting the energy that maybe again he's bonded so much, and now not having that school energy, he's going to miss it, and it's going to be a bit of a change for him, and he's going to need a transition phase. Again, do you have one in school? Let me know, folks. This is Angie was talking about the thing. This is Angie's connection on YouTube. So you click on this QR code, and if you cannot get, if you're already on the phone and you can't click on the QR code, let me know, and I can put the link in the chat. Okay. But again, let me know if you have one of them in school, and I'll get back to the chats right now actually, so I can see. Let me post this. This is
She is responding anymore, but I know one. So if that one's 3, the
okay.
other one has to be 4 or 5.
Okay, and this is Angie's eight the link for the net. So if you can't do the QR code, you can click on here. Okay. All right. That's about all that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. That's more than enough. So there you go. Who's next, Miss Angie?
Love Savior. I read your name and you keep saying, "Can I get a reading?" I immediately got like your guides are giving you messages, they're giving you advice, and they seem to be giving you the same advice over and over because they keep showing me like a circle or a hamster on a wheel doing the same thing, just running and running and running and not making any progress. So they're showing me that they're giving you the same information over and over and over again, but then they show me you like sitting on the porch blowing bubbles and just unaware of all the information you're getting, all the assistance you're getting, or that their presence is there. And they say you keep getting the same information over and over again, but you are not really being aware or paying attention to the information that you're getting. So is that true, Love Savior? Looks like you're on Twitch. Is that true? So what is it that you're not listening to them about? Is there a career move that you're trying to make and you won't make the move? And so they're like, well, what are you waiting on? Like, you've asked us for it, we're ready to give it to you. And you just like, a lot of people seem to be stalling. Are you afraid of what's going to happen with the economy, or you don't know what's going on? Is that what your issue is? Because a lot of people, I'm getting stalling energy where your guides are telling you what to do, or you're getting all the clues and indications, but you don't seem to be paying attention or moving on the information you're getting, and you just want confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. It's like you want them to say, on Wednesday go here, and then there'll be a guy here named Mike, and then he'll give you the job, and then this is how much he's going to pay, and then this and this and this. It's like you want them to map out the whole entire rest of your life, and then you'll even question that. They're saying, why aren't you paid? Why aren't you moving forward? Like, what else is it? You have to have some faith that what you're asking for, and maybe you're not clear on what it is you want. So if this is a career move, have you decided this is how much salary I want? This is how much increase I want? Because a lot of times we'll say, well, I just want to make more money. Well, if you make $25 an hour, $25.10 is more than you were making. Or is it that you want to make $35 an hour? You have to be very specific, not very specific, but you have to give them more of an indication of, then I want to make more money, or I want a new job. If you're in the IT field and you want a new job, is it that you want a new job that now you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a lawyer, or you want to be a teacher? Like, what is it that you want? You're wanting them to guess and to decide, because a lot of times we don't want to take accountability. If my guides tell me to be a doctor or a lawyer or blah blah blah, then it's their fault if it does or does not, if it doesn't work out. And so what they're saying is, when are you going to move forward? Okay, see, exactly the comment that you put up there is exactly what I just said that you're asking for, that they're not going to give. You want them to map out every single step of the process, and they're not going to do that. They're not going to tell you, oh, it's going to be on the West Coast, it's going to be the Bloomfield County project, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. You have to take faith and get out there. And you're saying, will I get another opportunity? Which means that you probably fumbled or didn't adhere to the first opportunity, and now you want them to miraculously make another opportunity. What they're saying is, if we give you the opportunity, you have to move forward on it. We don't have time to keep giving you opportunity while you decide whether you're going to believe in it or not. If this is your dream, then you already know with auditions, there could be 100 no's before there's a yes. So I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. And so asking me, will there be another opportunity? There's always another opportunity, but how many more no's will you get before you get a yes? And so you're asking me to give you an absolute answer to say, oh, you're going to get the next job. And that's just not it. You're going to have to keep putting in the work. They're showing me the Eight of Pentacles, which is the apprenticeship card, which means you have to put in your work. So have you put in your dues in this industry, or were you just hoping you would go viral online and somebody would see you on a video and be like, oh, you're the next star. Let's make this person the next Denzel Washington. And what they're saying is, you got to put your work in. You got to know the industry. You got to know what area you want to go into. And then you got to ask your guys to give you those things that you want. Right now, you're just saying, am I going to get another audition? Well, what if the audition is to just be like the dog handler in a bit in a commercial where you don't have any talking parts? Or do you want to star in a commercial that makes this amount of money? So what you said was very generic, and it was exactly what I just told you that your guides aren't going to give you. They're not going to tell you every single step of the way, so you have no accountability. They're going to present opportunities to you, and you have to walk into those opportunities. I've told you many, and I don't know if you've been on here, but I've said many, many times on here how sometimes they'll give you a series of steps to see if you're going to walk into those steps before you get to the end. When I got ready to get my first apartment after I filed bankruptcy, they told me, get up and get dressed. Then they told me, go to this appointment. Then they told me to go to this apartment complex. And then they told me to apply. And then I got approved. But I had to first get dressed. I had to listen to them when they said get dressed, because I'm like, what am I getting dressed for? I have no place to go. But I had to get dressed. And then they said, go to this apartment complex. And so I went to that apartment complex. And then they told me to apply, which cost me to apply. And if you've just filed bankruptcy, you don't have the money. And so it was a series of little steps that I had to take without knowing the end result. But as I took each of those steps, they moved each obstacle out of my way until I got what I want. So are you following the series of little steps that will lead you to the audition, that will lead you to the bigger audition? And are you even putting your desires out there to decide what it is that you want? Another audition, again, is just another audition. But do you want a specific kind of audition? Do you want to be in a long-term series on TV? Do you want to be in a Broadway play? What is the audition that you want? You have to decide. I want to be on the West Coast. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to blah, blah, blah. Don't ask me what it's going to be. This is your guides making your dreams happen, not their dreams happen. They're on the other side. They don't have any desires on this side. What do you want that they can walk you into is what they're trying to do. And that's how they're telling it too. So I hope that helps.
And I think that also another thing to keep in mind is we have free will. So what Angie and I will tell you what is this moment. We're telling you in this moment with all the parameters as they are, this is what we're picking up, okay? But then you go out and then we'll even tell you, and this is the funny part. We'll say, hey, make sure you're moving and doing things to move in this direction. And that is because your spirit guides are saying this is the path and they see you on this path and they're going to support you on that path. I'm going to stress that, on that path. But you have free will. And so instead, you go out and and if I were to say, okay, Angie, I want you to go out, I want you to take a left and then a right and then another right and then eventually a left and you're going to be at the grocery store. That's your path. This is, again, I'm giving you. So then Angie goes out and she's like, oh, I think I know a faster way. I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And then she doesn't arrive at the grocery store because she got off her path. It's like, I'm to blame because you didn't get to the grocery store. It's my fault. So part of it comes back to free will because you do have free will. But when you do use your free will, know that if your free will takes you off of your path and you choose to do that, then you alter the other things that are happening. Now, you can always get back to your path, or even worse, you can actually find a new path to get to where you're headed. But when those things happen, that's on you. That's on you. So know that, again, if you go out for a part, or if you go out and put yourself out there for something, the reality is you increase your chances. But by being out there, you also don't guarantee your chances either. And so if Spirit says, and better yet, so if I were to tell you, and so if you're looking to me and say, Spirit, tell me on what day, at what time, and for which show or for whatever I'm being picked up on, what does that service you? Because the problem is this, is that if you know that on that day, at that moment, for that situation, this will be the outcome, does that mean you'll not work in the interim to make yourself prepared so when you get there, you're prepared? And it's the work that you put in that prepares you for it. And so if you cut that message out in the middle and therefore you get rid of the work, the training, the preparation, then when you get there, you can't do it because you haven't done the work. So again, don't look to find, don't look. It's good to get an idea of where you're headed, but do not depend on that to do the work for you. Getting the information does not get you to jump. It only gets you started. You'll get to Jump Street if you do the work. But if you're thinking, hey, let me shortcut this, or better yet, I love this too, and I'm not insulting you, please don't take it that way. But some people come to us and they're like, they'll ask us a question, and then they'll want us to give them the answer they want, and they'll keep shopping to get the answer they want because they think somehow we can make it happen. We are not we have no superpower that way. We don't make these things happen. We tell you the energies around you and what is coming your way, but we can't make it happen. We don't have that power, and nor do we want that power. So when you come here and you hear something that is a little, maybe not what you wanted to hear, or it's like, okay, how come you can't make that? It's not. It's above my pay grade. You want to go get that? Go up there. Talk to them up there. And that's when you have your communication with your spirit guides, and you say, hey, spirit guides, go do the work for me, go do the hard work to make this happen. Okay, so just keep that in mind, because again, I don't when you get when anyone gets a reading, make sure that you understand these readings are expectations. And if your expectations are set so where you understand what the reading will deliver, you will have a much better experience with the reading. If you set your expectations to something that is just so astronomical, or it's not even deliverable, then boom, before you know it, you wind up walking away saying, damn, that was useless. Well, it's because we can't move mountains. We never did. We never could, and we never promised it. So keep that in mind. All right. So there you go.
Um, I just read Bonnie Martin's
Lafferty.
comment, and I was like, wait, what? I mean, it is possible for your family to tell you something and it not be true. Listen, I think back to some of the family secrets that my family told me, and I'm like, what? That wasn't true. And it was not true. It was not true. So,
Mm.
and I'm not saying that that's the case in your situation, but it made me chuckle when I read it, because people get the facts a little bit mixed up, or they just like, oh, listen, I just found out something yesterday. My entire life, I thought my grandmother was from Mississippi. My sister Kina told me something. She was like, no, they moved to Mississippi from blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? When did you hear that? I'm the firstborn. How do you know that? Like, my whole entire life, all my grandmother talked about was Mississippi, 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 how much she didn't like it. And then Kina tells me, oh no, they moved there from someplace else. And I'm like, wait, what? Where did you come from?
My DEL found out her.
Daughter-in-law found out her dad wasn't her dad.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, Don.
Mm, mm. I'll tell you what, it's interesting. I found out, and I think, well, yeah, it's kind of public, so I don't think it's a thing. And I won't give names, okay? I won't give names, so I'll protect a little bit that way. But I did find out that my uncle, I found out through my uncle, who is in spirit world, by the way, who is in spirit world. He came to me and he told me, he was talking, and he's it's interesting because we were close, but and I always felt a closeness to him, and I didn't realize until after he died how close we were, right? Or how much he cared. But it's funny because he came to me in spirit, and he said, I'm proud of you for adopting your sons. And he said, he said, I understand what you're going through. And he said, I'm proud that you did this. And I say, he said something else, but I'm like, he says, and the way he said it, I'm thinking, wait, what was this? And so I reached out to my cousin at one point, and I said, your dad, and your dad came to me again, and she's like, yeah. And I said, but he told me something that I can't really make good sense of, because I don't know what he meant by it. And she said, what did he say? And I told him, and she said, oh yeah, my older sister is not his daughter. And this I only found about a year or two ago, and I was like, "Say what?" And she goes, "Yeah,
Please
it's
don't
kind
need
of
to say what be like.
exactly. It's like, wait a minute, I've been in this family, 58 years, whatever, and now nobody told me, but a man on the other side comes, and she's like, well, it's we just thought it was our family, the immediate family was kind of open, it was an open secret, and it's like but everybody, like, we thought everybody kind of knew. I'm like, well, everybody but me. Was I like under? And so yeah, it was that happened, and I'm like, oh, you got to be shitting me! All these years, I never knew. I'll even tell you this much: is the way that which the father and mother, the husband and wife, which is my aunt and uncle, the way they met and the activity they were doing when they met each other was a very physical activity that you don't do while you're pregnant. And come to find out, she was pregnant. And when he, and then, but the good part is apparently she told him, and so he knew when he married her that she was expecting. And he still went ahead and married her because he cared for her. But I'm like, my mind was blown. I was like, how is it nobody ever told me this? Why is it that, it's like, I mean, I know it's not just a starter in a conversation, but Lord have mercy, this many years in, somebody could have said something, right? So it happens. It happens.
Exactly. And she said they saw a picture of this lady and it looked like it could be in their bloodline. Listen, I used to date this guy, and for 3 years that I dated him, I used to keep his son. Everybody used to be like, "Oh my gosh, he looks just like you." The baby wasn't mine at all. We had no ties at all to each other, but everybody thought he looked just like me. He wasn't even my kid. So looking like don't mean nothing.
Yes, yes, I understand that one. Oh my goodness. And it's interesting too because I'll give you one more example. There was a young girl I knew, and she was when she got pregnant at 15, right? And she was dating two guys at the same time, and she was enjoying both of them, shall we say, if you know what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, one's on the way, and then she gets married. And when the baby comes out, we're like, I think the baby looks an awful lot like not the groom, right? And so years later, though, when the child turned, hit puberty, the physical features changed completely and looked like the actual dad. But before it looked like the relationship dad that wasn't. And so everybody was wondering for years. And all of a sudden, when the features changed, it was like, oh, yeah, now I see it. Now I see it. But before it looked like the other way. So it's amazing how sometimes what we see here has nothing to do with what's running in here.
Keena said people see what they want to see. Miss Vanessa said that we did a reading for her about a month ago when her dad came through. Somebody gave her a picture that her dad said was for her, and it looks just like a physical picture of her dad. What else is it that you want to know about the picture? It looks just like the picture that your dad, and your dad said to give it to you. So he wants you to have this item from her. So what is it that and I'm not trying to be funny. A lot of times you all get addicted to us tapping into your parents' energy when what they really do is want to reach out to you and they want you to personally collect. They don't want to go through us because there may be things. What if he's giving you the secret to a fortune that you have in the house? They don't want it to go through us. They want you to be able to connect with them. So if he gave this girl this picture that you need to connect with your dad. Like, I get it that you want us to do it because we've done it before, but sometimes they just want to connect with you. And so he's gone through us, he's gone through your friend, and that means that he's been trying to get to you and you haven't been receptive. So what you need to do is connect to your dad. Don has a meditation right here that he has listed, meet your crossed over loved ones. He wants to connect to you. He's gone to two different people to directly get you to know that he's reaching out. And instead of you trying to connect to him, you're coming to somebody else saying, connect to my dad for me. He wants to talk to you. He wants to embrace you. He wants to have that relationship with you because what he's trying to tell you is that I'm physically no longer here. We say this all the time. Energy doesn't isn't created or destroyed. It just changes form. So your dad is just no longer physically here, but energetically he is around and trying to talk to you. So you need to do this meditation a
Yes.
couple times and try to connect to your dad so that he can give the information directly to you. Do you have a little girl? Because he keeps showing me a little girl. Do you have a Miss Vanessa? Do you have a little girl? He's showing me a little daughter. I'm assuming this would be his granddaughter. Is that what he's showing me, Miss Vanessa? And what's with the radio? He keeps showing me a radio and a car and you two singing. So was there car activities where you two would be in the car singing in the car?
And that's probably another way he communicates with her. He makes sure
Wait
it's
a
on
minute.
the radio.
Listen, Don, the picture looked exactly like a physical form of her dad, and she says it was so random. I couldn't believe that it was true. Why would she lie to you about a picture of your dad? She didn't even charge you for the picture. She just gave it to you, and then it resembles a picture of him. So this is two different ways he's tried to get to you, and this is a problem. Spirits do everything they can to reach you, but you keep dismissing it. Oh, it's just, oh, that song just came in my head. That's just a coincidence. Oh, I'm craving that food. How else are they going to get to you? Because if he stood right in front of you in his form, you'd be terrified and you'd be afraid of him. So he's coming to you every single other way that he can, and you're dismissing them as things that are not true. So what other way can he come to you? A lot of times we have to get that romanticized or that Hollywood version of how your family comes to you. They don't come to you and push you. Well, sometimes they can, but they don't come to you in that way. They come to you in a
Right.
song, in a food, in a memory, in a dream, in a TV show, in all these different ways. He's come to you through us, through this lady, through this painting, through all these different ways, and you're still doubting that it's him. The only thing else he can do is just to stand in front of you and you see him, but then would you even believe that it was him then?
Well,
That's fine if he gave it to her in 1990.
but understand, Vanessa, when we're saying about giving it to her, but creating the impetus for her to give it to you, again, he's probably at play in that one too. So it's not when you think that he didn't give her the picture now to give to you, he did. He created the motivation, the energy to push her to make sure that that picture wound up with you. So again, he is playing. He is using the chess pieces he can. He's using whatever he can to make sure that he has connected, that he has created that opportunity for you. So make sure that you just pay attention. Pay attention to the fact that again, if we're not receptive, if our little antennas didn't go up like the Martians, if we didn't do that, then they try other things. And again, don't be surprised. The radio, listen to the radio, listen to the music, and you will probably hear a song that you connect very much to him when you're thinking about that. And all of a sudden it comes on. It's like he's saying, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Because you're like, Dad, please talk to me, Dad. And then he plays the music and you're like, oh gosh, isn't that strange? Isn't that weird that that's a song my dad used to like? Now, next, turn right, turn left. Excuse me. Did you just miss the sign? It's like that. That's what we're saying, again. So pay attention because those things are super important.
Two things, Vanessa. One, does your daughter sit? Do you have a daughter? Did we confirm that? And does she sit in the front seat, in the passenger seat? And he's saying that you should make her sit in the back seat because he made you sit in the back seat. He didn't let you sit in the front seat. Does he not? He's not thinking that it's safe for her to sit in the front seat. Is that true? And Bonnie Martin says that she keeps listening to your video and then she keeps falling asleep. Don is soothing, and it's okay if you listen to it while you're going to sleep. You're not missing it. You're still getting it. And Don isn't even offended. I don't think, Don, are
No,
you?
no, I'm never offended. No. And more importantly, I usually tell people because of that first part, it helps you align your chakras. You're getting in alignment. And so when you fall asleep, it worked. Because if your chakras are not properly aligned, you don't usually fall asleep well. You just tend to have a little bit of a restlessness. And so if I'm doing that, if I'm helping you connect in that way, but if I'm helping you to fall asleep, it's wonderful. But again, if you're falling asleep and it's still going, your body, your mind hears it still. So don't be surprised if in your mind you're still processing it. And you will eventually get to the point where you'll be able to walk to the cabin. I promise you. I promise you. But stay with it, Bonnie. Stay with it for sure.
The girls were sitting in the back. Okay. Because the reason I asked you that, Vanessa, is because he keeps saying that's my seat. The passenger seat is his seat, and he keeps saying that's my seat. But he also keeps showing me a bag on her. Do you have a rectangle work bag or some kind of bag or purse that you place in that seat? He rides with you in the car because he's showing me you in the car. Is it a blue car? Do you have a navy blue car or some kind of a blue vehicle? He keeps showing me the car, and he keeps saying that's my seat, or that's my seat, your front passenger seat. So are you trying to replace him with somebody? Is there a new love coming into your house, like a new romantic guy that's coming into your house, and he keeps saying into your life, and he keeps saying that's my seat? Because he's very strong on the that's my seat. And I know she's on Facebook, so it's like a 30-minute laugh.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pam. Well, thank you for the compliment. We We're glad that people come in to listen. I appreciate it.
He brought you a magazine. Okay. Oh wait, when my dad came the last time I saw him, he brought a magazine and I still have it. I don't know what that.
His last live visit with her, I think, is what she.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bonnie, stay with it because again, it's not a bad thing to fall asleep. Again, if you fall asleep, it's meant you needed it, and the good part is you were in a good sleep.
Oh, okay. It's behind the front seat. Okay. Okay. Because I'm like, why does he keep showing me that seat and saying that's his seat? Okay. Okay. So he does ride with you. Do you have a long drive? Because why is he showing me that you're tired sometimes when you're driving and he rides with you to keep you up? Why
Angie,
is that it? Are you sometimes sleepy when you're driving?
Angie, you may be psychic. I don't know.
Just a little bit, Don.
Just a
Just a
little
little
bit.
bit on Wednesdays, though. Only on
Or
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Only on Wednesdays when we're live. Only on Wednesdays when we're live.
Exactly. So he's showing me that you need to be a little bit more aware. And is the drive far? That is it to work? Is that what the issue is? You're driving far to work. You also have ashes. Is the drive far to work? Is that what the problem of? Oh, you have a lot in your car, so
The
that's why
ashes
he's
are in
in
the
your
car.
car.
You keep his ashes in your car. Is that what you're saying?
I hope it's just like a teaspoon of them and not a whole bottle, a whole thing. Because what happens if something happens to the car? Oh, you have a long drive when okay, because he shows me. Okay, that's what it is. He's showing me that. Okay. But are you also looking for a career change? Because I feel like he's showing me when they show me in one building and you're walking out into another building, that means that you're leaving one career or you're considering leaving this career and moving over to another career. So are you thinking of making a drastic career change, or is it just a company change? Like he's showing me oh, she says it's in a necklace, because he's showing me like a change either from company to another company or career to another career, but he's showing me you going from one building to the next building. And what's with the sunflowers? He keeps showing me sunflowers or dandelions. Something about dandelions. Did you used to pick dandelions in the yard when you were little? And he's showing me like in a little white dress, or maybe this is just a little girl in a white dress. But he's showing me you like picking dandelions or sunflowers out of the yard when you were little, or there's a little girl. So it's either the grandkids or it's you. Okay. So he's showing me definitely the career change. If you want to go to school and it's not going to cost you a lot, I would tell you to seek that, because he's showing me the career change again from one building to the next building, which for me usually is a career change or a company change, but they didn't show me the sign on the building, so that's usually my company change. So this is a career change. So it looks like you should go ahead. I have a sunflower tattoo. Oh, that's why he's showing me that. And you had a lot of okay, okay. So he's showing me all that. So he's here and he's like, come on now. Like he's like, you know this, you know me, you know that I'm trying to lead you forward. You're just he keeps like he's showing like, did he teach you how to swim? Because he's showing like you're afraid to jump in the pool, and he's like, he's always been there to catch you. So why are you afraid to move forward? Like he's not going to leave you without any way to move forward. If you just trust and take that leap, he's going to be there to help you. So that's how he's showing it to me. That's what I got down.
Super. Well, I thought the energy is amazing. You picked up on so very much. It's wonderful. Vanessa, take this. And again, remember, he is there with you. He's always there with you. Open your mind, your heart, and your soul. Remember, dismiss Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood's wonderful to watch TV with and movies and all that. It's fascinating and it gives these great stories. But the way in which spirit communicates to you is very, very vast, and it can be in so many different ways. And so always remember, it's not just them appearing in front of you. It's not just them talking to you. I've been at this a long time, and I sometimes see them. I sometimes hear them. Very seldom hear them though. Sometimes see them. sometimes, most of the time, feel them. I know when they're there, and then they dump all kinds of information in me. And then sometimes I get the information because I'll ask a question, and I'm also all of a sudden the radio is like, "Yep." My dad is very infamous. My dad's infamous at giving me signals in so many ways. My dad. It was very. He was cool about everything, but he never believed in anything in that sense. So I never knew where he stood on most anything because he was non-committal. He was just like, okay, whatever, you know. And so he was just that guy. He's really that cool. And so it's funny. He'll talk to me via the radio. He will come to my bedside and have a conversation with me. He will go to my mother and visit with her on her bedside as well. And he will come and he will drop things around me. And all of a sudden, I'll see something pop around. I'm like, yeah, that's my dad, because he'll do a certain thing that he'll leave something that is his that I would never have in the house, you know, and it just appears all of a sudden. You're like, why is that there? Okay, Dad, I get it. So my dad talks to me in very many ways, and I've learned to appreciate the fact that when I see it, it's not always going to fit in one box because it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be wherever. But I tell you what, I never ignore it, and that's what I'm asking you to, Vanessa, and everybody else out there. When you see things, when you hear things, because what that's our job. That's what we do. We're attuned to connecting what we see, what we do, what we experience to people. But you don't do that. I get it, because you don't live your life that way. You're not on heightened sense. But add a little bit of that to your life when it comes to certain things. So when you know specifically, for my mom, these things are a little bit whatever. So when my dad, these are his things, you know, things I know. This is for my grandmother, my grandfather, whatever. And so I know it. And so when they happen, I don't think it's by coincidence. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to know right now? Because when it pops up, it's like, okay, this is an alert moment for me. It's a moment for me to pay attention and figure out what is it they're trying to say, or are they here just to make me feel good? If I'm in a really bad mood, I'm like, oh, they're just here to make me feel good. They're here to say, you know what, you're not alone. And
Yep.
there's other times where I'm having a great moment, and they're like, and then I get I'm having a great moment, and I hear this celebration come on, and it's like, damn, they're telling me to celebrate. They're telling me to, you know, that they're there and they're happy for me. So again, you know, we totally understand how you can miss some of the cues because that's not how you live your life. But what I would suggest is that when you are very much aware of now that your dad will speak to you in different ways, think about those things, and when those triggers happen, go, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm good. I got this now. I understand this is him. Okay.
Don, that makes so much sense. Okay, so my mom and dad met. My mom was outside about to barbecue at my grandmother's house. And my mom lived with my grandmother at the time. And my dad was walking up the street and he asked her, "Do you need help starting that fire?" And that's how they met and that's how they got together.
So
The
he
other
lit her fire.
So the other day
I
that
love
I
it.
had the exact same dream. I was outside in my grandmother's yard barbecuing, and someone from the past came up and took over the barbecuing for me. And so then I went in the house, and then they were like, it was like, and then they finished cooking and they came in. And so I was like, wow, that's so reminiscent of how my mom and dad met. Are they
Mhm.
telling me this is how, this is the same thing, or that my person is coming because now they're showing me this is that. And that was the exact memory that came up for me. The person that they showed me can go to HE double hockey sticks, but I get what they're trying to say. Like I
Yeah,
totally
it's like beware, beware, be
exactly. I
knowledgeable
get
that
it. I
something's
get it.
coming.
The
Yes,
person is irrelevant, but I get it. My person is coming. I
the
get it.
symbol is there. Absolutely, I love it. I love it.
Exactly. And so they'll send you all kinds of clues. You just have to be open to knowing what the clues are. And like you said, songs, movies, all kinds of stuff, food, dreams. My people come to me a lot in dreams, especially when I'm not being as alert as I need to be. They'll let's drop her some dreams and see if she'll get the picture. But yes, overall, Vanessa, your dad wants you to know that he's never not going to be there for you. Go ahead and move forward on this career opportunity. If it's to go back to school, very much research the cost benefit analysis of it. Like, what would be the most optimal way for you to do this, or what else can you do in order to get this knowledge that you need to move forward. So definitely go ahead and move forward on this opportunity and make that career change because he's there to help you.
Absolutely.
That's what I got.
So
All
who is
right.
next, Miss
Oh,
Angie?
exactly, Don. Who's next? Hey, Francis. Is it Francis Alexis? Hey, or is it Fran? Yeah, Francis Alexis. Okay.
You want to do her?
Um, oh yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Since we're drawn to her and she's right there, that works out well. Good
Francis, what
morning.
is your do you have a question? You just said good evening. Take care, stay there. I do have a message for you. You're on YouTube. Don't leave. Your name, take care, stay there for 1 minute. Until I get back to you. Francis, I keep seeing you in a dark room, and I keep hearing them say, open the door. And you're like, how do I open the door? There's no handle. But if you notice, the edge of the door is beveled, and all you have to do is just pull the door open. No, there's not a handle, because everybody would go through that door if there was a handle. And this is how they're presenting it to me. They're saying if they put a handle on the door, everybody would open the door. But this is your opportunity. And if you feel around the edge. So like this is the edge of my screen. If I feel around that edge, it's beveled, and I can open the door, and then I can walk through and close the door back behind me. So this is your opportunity that is specifically for you, Miss Francis. And they're saying, open the door. Open the door and walk through the door. You're in the dark now, but if you open the door, it'll shed light on it, and you'll be able to walk through to the other side, or to the opportunity that is on the other side, because that's what they're saying. The opportunity is already knocked. They're waiting on you to open the door. So they're not going to knock again, but you need to open the door, and you need to do this in silence and not tell people what's going on, because they're saying this is specifically for you. And when you spread the little news and tell people about your joy, they kind of sometimes put water on your fire. And so they want you to keep this opportunity to yourself until you walk through the door and you receive the opportunity. So, Miss Francis, they really do want you to go ahead and open this door and walk through this door. Okay? Oh, she said general. So does that make sense to you what I'm saying? Like this opportunity, they're saying they've already knocked. They're waiting on you to open the door. And when you open the door, it'll shed light on the situation. And then you'll walk right into the opportunity, and you'll get what it is you need. Are you trying to buy a house? Is that what they're saying? Because they're showing me, thank you, Miss Cookie. They're saying that they're showing me a house. So are you trying to buy a house or move to a new house? You don't even gotta tell me, Francis. I have a problem being quiet too. Sometimes they literally have to tie my tongue up so I can't say what it is. And I'll be like, I can't even tell Keena. Like, I can't tell Keena. And they be like, no, you can't tell Keena. You can't tell nobody. So they have worked with me over the years, Francesca. Look, Francis, years. I ain't say days or months, years. They've been like, shut up, Angie, shut up, Angie. And so you have to learn to keep things to yourself until you walk through to this opportunity. You already have a house. They show me you walking into another house. So you may not be looking for a house, but the opportunity does seem to come up, because this seems to be it seems to be a house. They show me a yellow house with white trim. So I don't know what that is. Um, or something about the house. It's yellow and white. So the wood outside is like white, like there's a porch that's white, and then there's yellow. And that's weird to have a yellow house, isn't it? That's kind of weird. But they're showing me a yellow and white house. And they're saying the reason they don't want you to tell anybody is because sometimes it can put little seeds of doubt in there. Because what if you say, oh, I want to open my own spa, and they're like, do you really think you could do that? You know how hard it is to open a spa? Are you going to be able to find a building? Are you going to be they don't know the opportunity that was given to you, or the dream that was given to you, or that you wanted. And so they think that they're giving you practical information, but what they're doing is just putting water on your fire. And so they want you to keep this to yourself until you walk into this opportunity, and then you just give everybody the announcement, like, hey, look what I got. I do see a house coming up for you. Like, you don't say that you want a house, but I see you walking into a new house. So eventually I do see you maybe getting a new house. And go ahead and open the door so you can get this opportunity. So that's what I got from Miss Francis.
Francis, are you married, or because I'm getting the absence of a man? So did you lose a husband, or are you on the outs with a husband, or is he not in the picture? Because the first thing that came to me, the first energy came to me was, where is my man? Where is my man? And it's like it's like a Mr. Right question mark deal, you know. So again, can you let me know, Francesca? Is it Francesca? Is that Frances? Frances?
Francis.
How do you see
Let me
that?
go back one thing to Miss what's her name that we were just reading? Vanessa, you
Mhm.
don't have 2 years to wait. You said you're waiting 2 more years for your kid to get out of college. You don't have 2 more years to wait. That's what the issue is. They're saying you need to move forward now. They're showing me the opportunity. They're showing me the career change. In 2 more years, you will have lost the whole entire opportunity. You need to find a way to make this happen now. And it could just be you stating that this is what you want and allowing your higher power to send that information to you. You don't have 2 years to wait, Miss Vanessa. I hope you're still here and you heard that. Don't wait those 2 years. You need to start moving forward on this now. But back to Miss Francis. She says they're kind of separated.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because I was picking up that energy. Um, mm, well, let's just say that
Could
um,
that be the door that she needs to open? Because it's
yeah,
dark on her side.
yeah, there. Let's just say there are greener pastures. There are greener pastures, and so you may want to give yourself an opportunity. Again, I just because I think it's where is my man? That's the I keep hearing. Where is my man? The and you guys were together for a long time. There's no question there. But again, it's just not. I just don't see. I don't think you align anymore. Is what I'm saying. I don't think your energies align anymore. I think that you both have very different um, focuses, and you don't have even the energy to go along. It's just not there anymore.
It feels like some trust is lost. Like
Mhm.
like there's a thin thread and you're trying to weave that thread into a whole something that is not anymore.
Yeah, and I also think it's for. I get the feeling part of it is because what will the neighbors say? What will it's one of those what will the people think? Who cares? They don't have to live your life. They don't have. They're not the ones having to deal with this day to day. The reality is that if that's the consideration, I'm not saying it is, but it's the energy I picked up. But again, the energy I'm picking up is the who what the neighbors. Who cares? Who cares? They don't have to pay your bills. They don't have to go to bed with you. They don't have to wake up in the morning and deal with the BS that you maybe or the anxiety and all this other stuff that comes along with it. They don't have to wonder who's knocking at the door and are or who isn't coming home and who hasn't knocked at the door.
Oh my gosh, that makes so sense. She says he's in the house, but I'm not. And I kept saying, you're not looking for a house, but I see you moving into a new house. So that could be you permanently getting your own house and moving into your own house. This all makes so much sense because I said, are you looking for a house? And you said no. And they showed me a house. And what does yellow mean to you? They keep showing me the yellow. Is yellow some kind of peaceful color for you or whatever? What is yellow? For me, yellow usually means opportunity. Like it usually means that something good is coming for me.
I'm
I
picking up
always
for her a
see
small
yellow.
cottage. Like she's gonna rent like a guest house or a small cottage from someone. It's like and so I see her in her own little and it's like more of more of a what do you call it a vintage type place. Something that's like a little bungalow or something. So it's like the siding that's yellow. That's kind of what That's what when you said that initially, that's what I picked up was that kind of siding and the white window sash and all that stuff. Yes.
Because everything is trimmed in white. And
Yeah.
yes, and I feel like this is her new start. This is her
Yep.
like everything is dark on your side right now because you don't know what to do. But once you open that door and walk through that door, like they're saying, as soon as you open that door, the light is going to shine on everything. You're going to see exactly what you need to see, and you're going to make your move to move forward. And this seems to be just like your brand new opportunity, your new joy, you setting out and making things happen for you.
And it's one of those things. I get the feeling that the word that came to me was mine. You went from a father and a family to a husband to whatever, and you've never had yours. You've never had to have yours, and that's the one thing that is going to be important about this is that for the first time in your life, you are living for you, and this is yours, and that is part of this emotional, you know.
And I feel like the husband underestimated her. Like he didn't think she could do it without him or that she was strong enough to survive. and you're doing a very good job, but they're saying you're bending a little bit toward going back to your unhappiness. And they're saying, nope, stand strong in who you are. Like they're showing me you as a bamboo, like the winds will blow and bend you, but you always stand back up. So you are tough. You are able to make it through this and you will be fine. There are people that are helping you. Like I see a whole, is your family strong with women? Because I see a whole half circle of women behind you that are kind of like standing there supporting you and giving you what you need if you call out and ask them for help. Like you seem to not know where to go for help. And they're saying your prayers are being heard, but are you receiving the answers back to those prayers? You need to listen to your ancestors, listen to the dreams that you're having, to the little sayings. It's like they're showing me, like you hear your mom saying this or your grandma saying this or somebody in your family saying this. And those are little whispers in your ear that they're sending you to say, hey, you got this. These things matter. Pay attention to those little whispers you hear, those little thoughts that you have. That's all us supporting you and helping you move forward. You're going to do whatever it is you want to do. And whatever career you're thinking about taking on, you're going to get it. You're going to be successful at it. You just have to trust and make the intentions that you want. What is it that you want and how do you want to move forward? That's what they're showing.
And you know what's going to happen, Angie, is I pick up the energy that when she finally finds her second wind and her independence and she starts living life, he's going to come wanting, he's going to come back and he's going to be drawn to that. And that's when you say, not this time.
He's
Sorry.
underestimating, yeah, who she is.
Yeah. He didn't appreciate is what I'm getting, which is, and it just, Francesa, I wish I knew how to say
I think it's Francis. I think
Frances.
because she has so many E's and S's on it, we
Yeah,
want to make it longer than it is, but I think it's
exactly.
supposed to be Francis.
Yeah. Well, my dear, stay strong, and be independent, and live your full self. Live your healthy, whole, full self. Don't walk in anyone else's shadow anymore. This is time for you to walk in the sunshine and feel that warm heat and the glow, knowing that you are finally on a path that is long earned. Francis. Okay.
And
Thank you.
one more thing, do you pray? Do you have an altar set up when you pray? Do you get on your knees and pray to this altar or something? Because that's how they're showing it to me, like you on your knees and you praying either in front of. I wanted to say kneeling next to your bed, but it seems to be an altar that you have set up, um, that you are praying to. Again, your prayers are being heard, but are you listening to what's coming back? You need to set your intentions as to what you want. I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this. And watch your ancestors or your guides go out and bring all of that stuff to you. They're showing me the 9 of Wands, which means that you're tired, you're weary, and you're ready to give up. But they're saying, listen, you're almost at that 10. And once you get to the 10, it's that new beginning. You're almost there. Stand strong in who you are because you're almost there. All right. So that's
Yeah, and
good.
you come from a line of strong women because I feel like again I feel your ancestors are with you on this. They will carry you when you get tired. They will pick you up. They will lift you up. They will carry you. You are not alone. You are never alone. Your ancestors are stepping in as we speak
Yeah.
to carry you and help you to go through what you need to go through. But you will be fine. You will be fine. I
Yeah.
promise you.
And if you don't have an altar, maybe make a little one. And it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It could just be some pictures of somebody, with maybe some candles or some kind of trinkets of them that you just kind of gives you hope. Like sometimes people will put up a picture of their mom and then they'll talk to that picture while they're in that room. Like you need someone to speak to. And so just give some kind of honor to your family lineage or people in your family and set that up somewhere in your house, and that could be an altar for you because they show me this altar and you kind of presenting to this altar. So go ahead and and do that. I definitely see the altar, or like I said, pictures, candles, just something significant to you that other people may not even notice, but give honor to that family.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Again,
then
stand in your power. Stand in your power. That's good.
take care, don't leave. I know you keep asking me, but Bonnie Martin, Bonnie Lafferty Martin, Who are you yelling at? They keep showing me you yelling at a young lady or a younger girl. Who are you fussing at because they're not doing something that they're supposed to be doing? So who are you fussing at? They keep showing it to me, and I keep hearing stop fussing. So you're fussing at somebody about something that they're not doing. And I don't know if you're fussing because they're not doing it the way you want them to do it, or if they're just making bad choices that you think they should make better. They should be making better choices. So whoever you're yelling at, they're saying stop yelling at them. Stop fussing at them. Lydia Gonzalez, just put your question in there, and if we are drawn to your energy, we'll go ahead and read you. So Miss Bonnie, are you still on here? Bonnie Martin. They're telling you, wanted to tell you to stop fussing at this person. They're gonna have to make their own. My daughter was having a stressful day, and I told her so. Okay, so they show me you fussing, and they're saying this person is gonna have their own bumps and bruises, and they're gonna have to try to figure it out. They're not gonna be able to do everything. Like, I feel like you're giving them advice, but they're not listening. And so this is something that they're going to have to learn on their own, or they're going to have to figure out on their own. And you can't give them that information. So they show me you fussing at her or talking to this girl, but they're saying, let her work through it. You can be the support if that's what you're doing. Like, oh, okay, just walk them through it. But you don't have to give them the advice, because this is a lesson for them to figure out on their own. It may be a lesson in standing up for yourself at work. It may be a lesson in being assertive. It may be a lesson in not gossiping at work, but there's some lesson that she needs to learn. And they're saying you can't help her through this situation. She'll figure it out. That's what they're showing, right? So that's what they're telling me for you. And they're saying, does everybody get a man tonight? Because they're showing me a guy. Wait, are you married? What's with the guy? Are you and because they show me you laughing with a guy, so
Is
I'm
he
I'm pretty
bearded?
sure.
The beard?
Yeah, and is he short? Is he a little bit shorter than her, or I don't know. Okay, wait. Her and her boyfriend were buying a car today, and she was stressing. Oh, she was stressing over the cost. Oh, okay. Um, they're saying she'll be fine. Was it a black car that they were looking at, and was it a sedan? And make sure they get like the transmission checked. They're showing me the transmission. So make sure that the transmission is checked on this vehicle. That's what they're showing me about that vehicle. I don't know. They're not saying whether it's a good or bad thing, but they're showing me the transmission. So make sure you get the transmission checked on the vehicle. And they're showing me that it's like a black sedan or some kind of black vehicle that they're showing me. But this is a lesson that she'll have to figure out. Like, she'll have to reason it out. Silver. They keep showing me a black one. So maybe the black one is what she's going to get. So because they show me a black sedan. So maybe the black car is what she's going to get, and the silver one has the transmission issues. Because they're showing me transmissions issues, and they keep saying, check the transmission. And then they show me a black car. So maybe the black car is what she'll ultimately get. And then I will share that information. An SUV. Okay. So I do see a black vehicle for her. And it could be a crossover, but it looks like a sedan for me. It looks like a four-door vehicle, but it's all black and shiny, and it may be newer than the vehicle that she was looking at today. And then who's the guy that they keep showing me? You or your Is it you and your husband that's laughing in the background and having a good time? And are you planning on going on a trip to see another family member that has a husband? Because it seems to be two couples having a good time. Last name Khan, my YouTube. You're on my YouTube. Oh, no, you're on Don's YouTube. A5Says is my YouTube. If you go into Don's friends list, you should be able to see it. Or if you go into Don's subscriptions, it'll show you A5Says.
It's also in the comments earlier. I put it in the
Oh
comment,
yeah.
and then I'll also post it up here in the. Here we go. Mhm. But if you look back, I'll put it
Okay.
in the comments as well.
They're saying don't worry about the trip. You're gonna have a good time. Are you going to like some water place, and are you doing like some risky activities because they showed me like whitewater rafting or like a lot of adventurous stuff that you're doing, but you're gonna have a good time. And they're saying that it's well needed. You'll kind of have you'll like I see a lot of laughter. It's an annual getaway. Okay, so I see you guys having a good time. Everything will be fine. I see you guys doing some more adventurous stuff, but it seems to be a good time. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. All right. So that's what I got for you, Miss Bonnie.
Bonnie is this is crazy. Are you guys planning on getting a tattoo while you're gone? Because feeling tattoo. I was feeling on my skin the feeling of a tattoo. Are you thinking of a tattoo, or is your daughter? Because again, the conflict was where the conversation was around you and daughter. One of you is one of you talking about a tattoo? Because I'm getting tattoo energy.
Listen, this whole family, their energy is so wide open. Everything just comes flying out at the same time.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to talk in their family.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm picking up tattoo energy. So it's like
Oh, yeah. She said they were going to do ATVs and hiking. I feel like you might do something else a little bit more adventurous, but ATVs is a little bit adventurous for me. Oh, they were talking about a new tattoo, her and her sister. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm feeling that energy. It's going to happen. It's
Oh,
going to happen.
yeah.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. Only on Wednesdays. Oh my goodness, Angie, you were going to read for somebody who was that
Take
you put
care.
together?
It says, okay, I take care right there.
Let me find
Oh,
it.
it's right under Bonnie's thing that says it's an annual trip. So just before her message, it take care is in there.
I had to put my eyes on so I could see. There we go.
Um, okay, take care. They show me you. Okay. So you're trying to find this information and you're going about it all wrong. Take care. So they show me you pulling the curtains back on this window and trying to see out the window, but the window is painted closed. So you can't see out the window because you're going about it the wrong way. You need to find another way to go about it. So it seems like you're going like you have a method or a way that you make a decision, and they're saying you need to kind of go about it a different way. This decision or this opportunity isn't going to come by the normal way. You have to go about it a different way or around the back way. So whatever window you're looking out of trying to find this information, it is painted closed because you're using that as a crutch. So, like, say if every time, like sometimes when we're reading, a lot of times I get things visually, and sometimes they'll change it up and give it to me where I can only hear it and I can't see it. So sometimes they have to dim one thing in order to enhance something else. But this is necessary for you to get the skill that you need to move forward. So whatever it is that you normally do to make decisions or to move forward, they're saying that's not going to work. This opportunity isn't going to come by through your normal means. It's going to come by a different way. And the opportunity is coming up soon. So I think you asked me something about a career thing, and I'm not sure. But they're saying your opportunity is coming up soon. And it looks like it may be in June because they're showing me the calendar month, June, and they're showing me a 09 and a 29. So between the 9th and the 29th, maybe this is when this is going to happen. This opportunity is going to happen, but it's not the normal way. So like if you normally go to a headhunter and they find you a job, this is going to happen a different way. So whatever this opportunity that's coming up is going to happen for you a different way. And they're saying stop looking for it your natural way because you're wasting too much effort trying to get it done. You won't see this coming. It's going to be a surprise. And they're showing me the page of cups, which is that in this deck, the Page of Cups has a pig on it with wings. And so they're saying when pigs fly. So whatever this opportunity is something that you thought was past or that you thought was never going to happen, but it is coming up for you soon. Be ready for it in June. And June is like 2 weeks away. So here you go. So be
Already,
ready for it.
already. What the heck?
Exactly, Don. It's already, listen, it's 2026 already, Don. We just got moved all the way across the world. Just what is going on? So, does that make sense to you? Take care, because they're really showing me that the opportunity is going to come out of nowhere, and you're not going to know, but you will know that this is the right opportunity because it's not something that you were expecting. So that's how they're showing it to me. And to be ready, it's going to happen in June, and it's going to come out of the norm that, I mean, not the way that you normally would get it, but a totally different way. And it seems to be something that you had given up on and thought, oh, well, I missed that opportunity. It's never going to happen, because they're showing it to me like when pigs fly, or like when people say when hell freezes over, that's when you'll get it. Hell is freezing over for you in this instance, because you're about to get whatever it is. And it seems like you worked really hard on it, or you were committed to it for a long time, because they're showing me the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles was up like, oh, look, oh my God, Don, is this not the card that I just said? I didn't even know it
Yep.
was the next card on the deck. Shut the
Yep.
front door. That's the exact card. And if you see right there, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. I was talking about this card and it was right there. So look, this is that little pig right there with the little wings. It pages are people that are bringing information to you, and it's young, youthful, new energy, or it's from a younger person, but it's always communication that's coming to you. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But the way they were showing me the Eight of Pentacles was, you worked on it for a long time, and then it went this way because you gave up hope on it, but it's coming. So be ready for it to come. All right. So I hope you got that message. And that it is coming for you. Just June. Wait for it to come, June. So that's what I got for take care.
Unfortunately, I'm not picking up any energy for take care. I don't know why. I think my mind was just I don't know what it was, but anyway. So take care. Unfortunately, I cannot give you a reading tonight because I don't have the energy is not connected with you. But if you come on another time, tomorrow morning I'm going to be back with Miss Shauna, and next week we'll be back. Come on back and remind me I didn't get energy with you this week, and if I do have the energy connection next week, I will do it, because I don't. If I don't get the energy connection, I don't give you BS. I don't. We don't do that. Angie and I, if we get the energy, we give it to you. If we don't, we don't. So, I'd love to read for you, but unfortunately, I'm not picking anything up. So I'm going with what Miss Angie said, and I'm happy with that.
One more thing. Take care. Are you trying to get a Camaro? Are you trying to get a new, like, sporty looking car? Because I see you in a black, sleek little like Camaro, or what's the other car that looks, I guess Camaro is what it is. But I see you trying to get a new car. Is that true? Are you trying to get a new car? They're saying just wait. It'll be later, maybe wow, they're giving me a lot of dates for you. Like maybe August. And is your current car, like, are you having some kind of mechanical problems with it? They're making it seem like it'll last until it's time to get this new car, but it looks like you won't get the new car until August or September of the year, maybe even October, but it looks like later in the year. So are you really trying to get a new car? And then Jennifer Hawkins, on this trip that you're saying, don't worry about the money. I feel like a bonus or some kind of money out of the blue is coming to you, because they show me you finding some money. So I think you'll be fine on the trip. Don't worry about it. If we told you not to stress about it, they're saying don't stress about it now. It feels like a bonus or some kind of opportunity is going to come up where you're going to get a little pot of money that you weren't expecting.
Pam, I'll be on in the morning about 9-ish, 9 a.m. ish, because I do the ish thing, because we don't usually get on time, but around 9, so 9-ish. 8-ish would be really pushing it. But 9-ish is more like it. And Jennifer, I was picking up, who's D and Mini Me? Does that make sense with you? I just heard D and Mini Me. Are those, what is that? Is that a phrase? Is that something you share with people? Is that, who is D and Mini Me? Does that resonate? D and Mini Me.
Take care is the yes, ma'am. Yes, you are trying to get a car. Is that what you're telling me yes to? You're going to get the car, but it'll be later in the year. And
You
your
said
current
August,
vehicle
right?
will hold on.
You said August, wasn't it? For the
August,
call?
yeah.
Oh,
August through October, somewhere around
yeah.
there, you're going to get it. But your current vehicle will last until you get the new car.
Yeah. And again, Jennifer, D and Mini Me. Who's D and Mini Me? What does that mean? D and Mini Me. Mini Me. Mini Me. Okay, so do you have I'm guessing you're female. So do you have a daughter? And is your daughter a lot like you? Could she be the Mini Me? Is there a daughter involved? And is the daughter traveling with you? Is that part of why the D and
Jennifer
Mini Me?
Hawkins, we're talking to you. So I
Yeah.
know we're doing multiple reasons at the same time, but Jennifer, that's for you.
I'm
Take care.
hoping
You're going to be fine. Everything's going to work
husband's name starts with a D. We have a 3-year-old all traveling, and so is the D. Is the mini me? So is she like you? Is it a female, and is she like you? Because that's the mini me. Because I'm getting D and mini me. So husband D.
out. Gosh,
I love
that
that.
is so cute.
Yeah.
She must be a daddy's girl.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting a very she has a great smile, a very rounded smile, and a little bit mischievous, very mischievous too, by the way. Playful as can be. Boy, and she's sassy. Is that right? Because I'm getting a little sassy attitude. So Jennifer, are you sassy too? Because again, I'm getting the mini me thing there. She's like, it's interesting because as soon as I said that to myself, and I heard Spirit say, "Your mother used to tell your daughters, your sisters, this is that I hope that you have one like you, so you'll understand what I went through." Is that the situation here, Jennifer? Is she again? Is she the mini me? Is that what that? And that's why. So D and mini, that makes sense. Okay, good, good, good. I love it. So is she traveling with you then, right? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't get afraid of Newark. Don't let all that drama for a flyer. Ignore that. That's again. We have a lot of technology, and she says correct. Yeah, okay. So I love that D and mini me. Yes, and so yeah, she's. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna be good. It's all good too. Yes, yes. Don't worry, Jennifer. You're gonna have a good time. And like Angie said, the money will find itself. I love the D and mini me. D. Ooh. I'm just kind of playing with the D to see. Don't tell me by the way what his name is, but I'm playing with the name because I'm trying to get my names better. But I'm trying to pick up names better. It's not Don. It's not my name. It's not a Do. It's not da. It's a Da. So it's a Da, not a Do. And again, there's not many choices. Dadedo, whatever. But this is a Da. Da 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 da. That's what I'm getting. Da. Da. Dog? No, that's DOG. Dog. Doc. Doc. Anyway, just now you can share what the name is. I'm getting like Doc. Da. That sound. Anyway, just curious. Go ahead, Angie. I just been trying to get my really working.
No, no, you're fine, Don, because I was reading Take Care's messages. And it feels like a male energy. He says, "My car is not great, and maybe it'll be a part of my surprise." Um, she said DA is correct, Don. You are on track with that. Take care. You're gonna get the new car, and like I said, your current vehicle is gonna last until you get the new vehicle, and then this new opportunity again is just gonna fall out of the sky for you, and you'll know that it's it. Like some kind of, you'll know, like you'll get that inner feeling and you'll get that inner knowledge and know. And they said, keep like, do you draw out your desires or your intentions? Like, do you draw a lot? Because they're showing me drawings because they said keep drawing, keep showing them what you want because your guides see what you draw and whatever it is that you're drawing, they're giving it to you. It's kind of like you just draw, like if you draw a house and you say that it has 3 bedrooms, they'll give it to you. It's kind of like you showing them what you want. And so if you continue to do that, they'll give it to you.
She says he goes by Doc. Dog. I was going dog, and he goes by Doc. Dog.
Oh, I kept thinking Doug.
And I was even saying Doc, It's like, oh, that's interesting. DAW.
Okay.
I was getting Doc. That's funny. I love it. I love it. I really, because what happened is, folks, why I'm happy about this and why it was important to me. It doesn't mean much in the whole situation, but what happened is I used to tell myself I was not a medium, and then I was told not to say that because words have power. Then I did the research on the affirmation book, and I realized words do have power, and you put it out there. So I used to joke and I used to laugh. I can't remember names. I'm terrible with names, terrible names. And guess what? I was. But since I told myself I'm no longer terrible with names, I'm getting much better with them. When I said that, I flipped the script in my head, and I am, and now when I do mediumship reads, I really do pick up more names than I have ever picked up before. And so that's why I really wanted to know because I am really focusing on, confirming when I can that what I'm picking up is right. So that's all.
Words, listen, if nobody else believes in affirmations, Don, you know I do because I listen, the one thing that I used to do is wake up and I still do it. It is not even used to that I still do is wake up and say our affirmation. That's that original one that you wrote so many years ago.
I
I believe in
believe in
infinite
infinite
abundance
abundance.
and all my wants and needs are met. I say
Yep.
it every morning when I wake up. and then I tell spirit how the day is going to go. Today is a great day. All my meetings, I'm going to get all the information I want. Such and such is going to be such a nice person to work for. Like everything, I set the
Mhm.
day as soon as I wake up, before I touch my phone, before I do anything. I say those affirmations, and I just watch the day unfold just the way that I said. Sometimes are there hiccups? Yes. But overall, even if I have a hiccup during the day, I readjust it and go right back to those
Mhm.
affirmations. So it's once you get on that roller coaster, or once you get on that ride, it's hard to get off because you're so used to getting it and seeing it, and that every time you get it again, you're just amazed at how great it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. But and one other thing I remind you folks is that when Angie and I've told you over and over and over again, is that you're not alone, no matter how much you feel alone. And so every morning, if you think about it, like, even if you don't know your spirit team, even if you can't communicate this way or this way or this way, they're there with you. So every morning when you get up and say you're getting ready, maybe you're putting on the makeup, or you're a man, you're shaving or something, talk to your spirit team, add it part of your ritual, and say, hey guys, today, this is what I want to accomplish. This is what I want to do. Can you help me to facilitate it, to smooth it out for me? If I need somebody today that is a reference point, can you bring them in for me? Have that conversation on a daily basis with your spirit team, and have your spirit team be part of your morning ritual. Have your meeting. Say, hey, and have a spirit team meeting. It's like if you used to come in like on Tuesdays, as when I did the real estate stuff, and in my law office every Monday morning. And so when I ran my law office, every Monday the attorneys would come in, and we'd have our Monday morning meeting, planning for what's coming for the week. And so I'm like, these are the big cases. This is court dates. Make sure we're here. And then this is our push to bring in some new clients or whatever. Tuesdays, realtors get together and did the same thing in the morning. Have that meeting every morning with your spirit team. And even if you don't think you have a relationship with them where you can pick it up, send it to them what you want. Just let them know. Say, hey, today, this is an important day for me. This is my priority. This is where I want to focus my energy. Can you help facilitate? I would appreciate with whatever you can bring in or do. And you would be surprised how they really want to help, and they will come and they will help get those glide paths smooth so you can just slide on in. And all of a sudden you're like, my days are no longer as much energy lost. And it's because they're making it easier for you, because you're asking them and you're putting them to work, which is what they do. They feel used. You get that experience to work with them, and you get what you want. And that's a wonderful thing. So put them to use, folks. They're there. That's what they want to do.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I have three messages all competing with each other. Take care. Are you into anime? Is there a blue-haired anime girl that you like? I see you being like swooning over her, or being interested in somebody with blue hair, a girl. And then Brandy Lafferty. I hope that you're still here.
Brandy or Bonnie?
Brandy, we already did Bonnie. This is Brandy.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. I'm trying to keep up.
Or a grandchild. Do you have a child or a grandchild that is about to go to college or wants to go away to school, and you guys keep saying no? They're saying let her go. Let her go ahead and go. Or is she trying, or is somebody trying to go to the military? But it seems to be like a granddaughter, because I don't think it's your daughter, but a younger girl who wants to go away, and you guys are concerned that you don't want her to go. They're saying let her go. And then Letty G, um, Letty, I see you. Wait, I know you had a baby, but your baby should be a big baby. It shouldn't be an arm baby anymore. And I see you holding a baby in your arm, and then you turn around and somebody abruptly kisses you in the mouth. You don't know this person, so this is a new person that you're meeting. So I feel like you're about to meet a new guy, and you're either going to have a kid with this guy, or like there's a baby in your arm. So it's a new baby. I don't think it's your current baby. It seems to be a newer, younger baby, because your baby should be a couple years old. Am I correct? Bonnie said your daughter-in-law and granddaughter, Brandy. Oh, Is that what that is? She wants to go away to school and you guys don't want to let her go. They're saying let her go. She'll be fine. She'll be protected. Nothing's going to happen to her. Let her go, Brandy. You guys are being overly protective and she'll like because they're showing it to me in a military type situation. Like she'll get great experience if you let her go. And because you guys have taught her well and given her everything that she needs to know. So they're saying, I have a granddaughter. She's a 3-year old. Oh, okay. They're moving away. Okay, so I see somebody moving away. I thought they were going to school. Okay, so that's what it is. They're saying let them go. They'll be fine. You'll be okay. Okay, that's what. Okay, that makes so much sense because I saw them leaving. Daddy lives with us. Oh wait, he's almost 2, and the dad lives with you guys. I see a new guy coming into your life. This baby is smaller than 2. This baby seems to be months, but it's like 10 or so months. So I do see a new guy coming into your life. So if you're not pregnant now, maybe you'll get pregnant by the new person. But I do see another baby coming into your life. And I do see a new guy coming into your life, Letty. I don't think that you're happy in your current situation. And the new person is coming.
We won't tell anybody.
Somebody more suited to you. I feel like you need somebody who's a little bit more caring or a little bit more gentle or a little bit nurturing to your needs. I feel like the 2-year-old brought a lot of emotions out in you of needing nurturing and reassurance, and you didn't get that. And so now this new person will give you that, will be a little bit more hands-on and help you out a little bit more. But I do feel like there'll be a new person in your life. And I do see a new baby. You may say you don't have any plans for it, but I mean, this baby is a arm baby that's on your hip. I know it's hard, Brandy, but you listen. Brandon only went 15 minutes down the street, okay? 15 minutes down the street. And where he at? Back home. But
No.
you'll be fine, Brandon. They're going to be fine. You'll have a new place to visit, and things are going to work out for them. Like this is an opportunity that they really, really need.
Mhm.
And they're saying, go ahead and let them go. There's more than enough support on both sides of the veil, like on that side with the
Yep.
deceased relatives and on this side. So go ahead and let them go. They'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I had one go to Florida and come back. Um, and then I had one go to Bali and come back. They do find their way back sometimes. So, it's just it's never in that moment you never know. But and I thought for sure the one in Florida wasn't coming back, and he found his way back. And the one in Bali, I thought for sure he was going to come back and head off again, and he hasn't yet. And I'm not complaining. They're my boys. They're my boys.
You're welcome, Brandy. And then you'll need patience. Everything is gonna be different this time, Letty. Like you'll even notice that it's different. It'll scare you a little bit because you were going about your regular life. You were living your regular life, and then you turned around and abruptly this person just kissed you in the mouth, and you were just like taken back by it. So I feel like this person is going to be totally different than anything you expected, and you're going to give them a little bit of a hard time, but you're going to let that icy wall down, and then you'll be able, and he'll be better than what you need. Don't worry about, oh, I need to end this situation. It'll come to a natural resolution. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to send hints. You don't have to do a smoke signal or anything. Continue to live your life as you are, and it'll naturally come to an end as it's supposed to. Okay, Miss Letty? And then they show me stacks of money. So if this was stacks of money, there's chunks being bitten out of your money. Why is chunks being bitten out of your money? Is a huge chunk of your money going to something that you don't want it to go to? Because it seems to be a monster biting into the money. So like if this was your stack of money, there's a monster taking bites out of your stacks of money, and you're not pleased with them taking this money. So I don't know if that's what the situation is, but things will get better. Your money will start to build again for you, and things will be fine. And who's the females that support you? There seems to be 2 ladies either younger and older, but there's two ladies who are supporting you and who really love you and really are trying to help you make good decisions. So they're saying, they'll be there to support you through this transition and through how everything goes. You'll be fine. And good, Brandy, listen, when you tell them they can come home, sometimes they do come home. Exactly, Coco, and I'm not even happy about it. Don't even say that. She said, I'm not saying y'all some love reading showed up tonight because y'all don't like to do that, but yeah, lots of love coming around. So that's all I got for all of those people. You can tag on to any one of those, Doc.
Hmm. But while I collect my energies, let's do something we haven't done in a while. Everybody, if you have a birthday this week, last week, next month, last year, next year, if we have missed it at all, this is for you, the birthday song. We haven't done this in a while, and I apologize. It just clicked. Here we go.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
And then one more thing. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Angie.
Oh no,
What?
go ahead. I was just gonna say how much I
Oh,
love that video.
one more thing. Remind everybody, please hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. Here we go.
I love that.
I
Listen,
know.
I love when you go back to the original videos, Don. Those
Yeah.
are some of my favorites.
That takes us way
I love
back, doesn't it? It takes you way
that.
back. I love it. I love it. Love it. And for those of you who don't know, I am an ordained minister as well. And I wanted to just show a picture because when I saw this, I thought I'm being held hostage because this is like a hostage
Uh
photo. I
oh.
don't mean to. I
Uh
don't mean to
oh.
belittle hostages. Please don't take it that way. Don't get upset. Somebody get pissy. No, I'm being facetious. I'm being silly. But look at this.
Oh God.
So yeah, I'll be officiating a wedding. I'm flying to in June, the early June. I'm flying to St. Augustine, Florida, and I'll be officiating a wedding there. And
Oh my
I
God.
had a conversation with the couple today because I was going over how the wedding flows, and we were going over, and I asked them to do their vows, and they finally sent the vows, and we were going over how we were going to marry the vows with my message and how the time frame and all that stuff. And it was kind of cool, though. It was interesting to have that conversation. And I thought, well, I haven't used this side of me. This is kind of cool, and it's kind of to tap that. So I figured I'd show you all. But when I look at that collar, and because it's going to be in St. Augustine at 6 p.m. in the summer, which means hot and humid, and I figured, you know what, I'm wearing that shirt. I'm not doing a tie. I'm going to wear that
Is it gonna
shirt.
be outside, Don?
It's gonna be up. It's gonna be on like a pool deck. Yeah. And so and I have the sash, from the ordaining ministry place. And so there's like a red sash that goes around that. And because I'm not wearing a suit coat, I'm like, I'll melt. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I will melt. I know you like heat, Angie, but for me, Lord, there's a time when it's too much. And when you're a fat boy with, say again, I lost you.
When are you gonna be in Florida?
It's June 7th.
Oh, June. Okay. We're not going to August, so we're gonna get that even more
Even worse.
August. We're going 8/8. So
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even worse than, yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
go
But
ahead, Don, and get that out the way. So when me and my husband ready to get married, I can just be like, look, we just go over Don's house. He can just marry us in the driveway. We just pull up to the door and be like, go ahead, marry us right now, Don. Just do it right there. I'm excited. I'm excited.
yeah.
Um, Coco Mo. Gosh, I had a good word for it. Was something about career. They were showing me something for you, Coco. Hold on, let me see. I gotta go back to the memory. I read what you said, and then I got a good. They were showing me something for you, and it was about career. God dang it, or was it about money? Hmm. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Did you have a question, Coco? Did you ask us something about career? Because I felt like, gosh, when I read your message, I got a distinct vision for you. and it was nighttime for sure. Oh, crappers. I can't think of it. Let me think. Right now I hear for you, Kokomo, is you have to decide. They're showing me two of swords, but also a two of cups. So you have to make a decision. Is the decision regarding a relationship to move forward on a relationship? Because I feel like if these were the two people on the two of cups, it's kind of like they want to go together, but they keep pulling apart. They want to go together, but they keep pulling apart. So is this a decision that you need to make to move forward on a relationship? Is that what they're showing me, Coco?
Do 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 do.
Somebody else asked the question. I answered it in my head and I never told them what it was. It was something about whether they should do writing or drawing.
Oh, I saw that one. Vanderplas, Ward Vanderplas.
Or, right. And so the guide said, why do you have to choose? Why can't you do both?
I
Like
picked
you
the
don't have,
same.
yeah, you don't have to decide. Ward, if you're still in here, your guides are saying, why should you choose between either or? You can do them both.
Yep.
Like I want to do this, and they're saying, why do you have to decide? You can do this. So I'm doing this and my full-time job and my
Yep.
part-time job. They're saying you could do both. So you don't have to choose.
Yeah, Kelly got the same thing. Yeah, I got that too. And it's interesting because I'm working with as you guys know, I own Sonoran Mystic Publishing, which is a publishing company. And I'm working with an author right now I'm showing her how to use AI to create her own images. And so she's already written the book. And so I taught her how to use the phrases, the parts of the book where she wants to capsulate it in an image and put it into AI and let AI help to create that image for her and then tweak it. And so again, it's the same thing. It's being done more often than you can imagine. Words don't settle for one. If you've got two gifts, make them both work to your advantage. Use them both, and it's kind of like being able to speak two languages. If you speak two languages and then you don't speak the one for a long time, you lose it. Don't lose your art. Don't lose your writing. Do them both and keep them both moving forward.
And it feels like one could complement the other. Like you don't have like both of them are so deeply ingrained in
Yep.
you. It's like when you're writing, you think of images that you should have, and then your images kind of inspire your writing. So they're saying you don't have to
Absolutely.
choose either one. You can do them both.
Yeah.
And like so when one so like say you're writing and it kind of gets stale, then go to your drawing and then come back. You can go back and forth. They're saying don't let it go. So
Mhm.
you'll be fine. I hope you're still in the chat. I remember you asking a while ago, but I got so
Mhm.
distracted.
Yeah.
And
Letting ChatGPT will do images, by the way. You click on the button, the third button over, and says create image, or type in the word create image and then tell it what you want, and it'll create it. It's interesting. I helped somebody the other day, and it took an image of her, and it was a surprise because it made her look heavier than she did. And I warned her before it popped up. I'm like, because it messes with things. And it also, the problem is it was a very up close picture. So it didn't have a lot of reference points. And so, but what it saw AI thought she was heavier and put her, and she was like, I said, look, don't. It's a starting point. It's a starting point. So yeah, Letty AI, ChatGPT, and Midjourney are two that will do images. ChatGPT does text and image. Midjourney only images. But yeah, you can tell it. You create image and then tell it what, and it'll create images. And some of my tarot deck, my new tarot deck that's going to be coming out for Sonoran Mystic Tarot, that one was created using me explaining intensely how to make AI print what I want. And I mean, I spent days and days and days to get those 78 cards to look exactly like they did. And it was a pain in the ass. 3 weeks of 8-hour days. So it works. Kokomo says, for career finance, I want to know if there's any unseen new opportunities around me. And then she also said, me and my kid's father have an on and off
okay.
situation.
So you got to decide either that you want to move forward or you don't. They show me you having a serious conversation where you just lay it on the line and you say, this is what I need from this relationship. Is this how you want to move forward? So this is something that Keena says all the time. Decide what you want and reject everything that doesn't look like that. So
Mhm.
once you explain to this person, this is what you want, this is how I need this is what I want in this relationship. If they're not giving you those things, you reject everything that's not. If I tell you that I got to get up at 5 a.m. for work and you're texting me at 10 p.m. at night, knowing that that's the time that I sleep, I'm not going to answer. Reject that because you're not respecting the time that I have to get up. You're not respecting the fact that I need this sleep. So you have to decide what you want and then reject everything that doesn't look like that. So if you need more FaceTime with this person or you need more one-on-one time with this person and they never have time, then tell them you don't want the time that they're giving at all. You want to move forward. You have to decide what you want and stick to it. And I feel like you're kind of wavering with it. And I do understand if it's your if it's the father of your child, but they're saying once you decide, you have to stick to that decision and move forward with it, if for nothing else to give that person some kind of indication that you are serious. Sometimes we'll say one thing and we'll mean something else, or we'll do something else. And they're saying once you stick to what it is that you want, it'll fall in line for you. And then around career, you also seem to be wavering on your career because you're wondering, well, am I going to live here? Am I going to live there? Or am I going to be a single? Am I going to be a double? What am I going to be? And so a lot of your decisions are dependent on how you decide to move forward. So for career opportunities, I heard, what do you want? They're showing me a stethoscope. Are you wanting to go into the medical field? Usually when they show me a stethoscope or something like that, it's because you want to go into the medical field. So is that what you're trying to do? Break into the medical field in some capacity? It could be administrative. It could be nursing. It could be some kind of a physician assistant or something like that. So are you trying to get into the medical field? And the way you change your situation is, we've been talking about it all night. Just speak those things that you want and watch them happen. Just tell your universe what you want and allow them to go out and send your people. Write it down. I want to make this much money. I don't want to be no, like, okay, so I want to make this amount of money. I don't want to drive more than 20 minutes to work. Or I want to work at home. I want to work these days, these hours. Tell the universe what you want, and they'll try to get you in line with that. Let the universe know what opportunities you want, because I see the money falling, but there's a net catching the money before it gets to you. So that means there's something holding up your money, and that's because you won't decide how you want to move forward. Once you are on the track to where you want to be, then you'll start to see the results that you want that you are hoping to see. It's like you're hoping to see these results, but you're not telling the universe what you want. It's like expecting the car to know how to get you to Dairy Queen, but you haven't even turned it on to move forward or put it in gear. You have to do a series of steps in order to get the vehicle to move. You have to turn the car on, you have to put it in drive, you have to hit the gas, and you have to navigate to where it is. The car will get you there. You have the vehicle. You just have to take the small steps to get there. So it's a series of steps that you have to do. And it seems like the series of steps is you deciding how you want to move forward. No interest in the medical field. They're showing me a stethoscope. So maybe it's administrative or you're working behind the scenes, but they're definitely showing me a stethoscope, and they're showing me a red wall in the building. So red is usually power, but this seems to be like a design in the office building that you're working on, or maybe you're like a front desk person, or you're the front line as soon as people come into the office. But I definitely see you in a new office, and I see you um they keep showing me the stethoscope. So, but I don't feel like you're sick. So I don't know. But that's what I got for you, Miss Coco. It's 1:01 a.m. Where are you at?
1 a.m. It's only what 11 on the East Coast, so you're further than the East Coast. Are you in Greenland or
Why did I think Kelly was in America all this time?
no? She's in no. Kelly's in yeah. She's in. Is that who said that? Kelly? Because Kelly, yeah,
Kelly.
yeah. Kelly's in Greenland, right?
Oh,
Kelly,
that's why it's 1 o'clock there.
yeah, yeah, because
I
she's
did not
up
know that. Oh
up
my
like
God.
that. And she's freezing cold. She gets freezing cold there. Yeah.
No.
Take care, Kelly. Nice to have you pop in. We love
Good
having you in.
night.
Yes, have a good one. Well, Angie, let's pick up one more and then let's get on out of here while the energy is still good before we lose it.
Well, Cookie Victoria said, I'm still here.
I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what? That seems like a relevant song for her because I feel like she's been through a lot and
She
she's trying
has.
to
Yes.
rebuild her life. Cookie, are you the one that has you have a little boy under 6? I feel like you have a little boy under 6. And they show me you like in an area, like maybe it's a deserted area and there's tumbleweeds coming through, like there's been no activity for a long time where you are, Miss Cookie. And they're saying, um, okay, so they're showing me the tumbleweed coming through, which means there's been no activity or there's no people around. Like, have you isolated and pulled yourself back a little bit from people? Because they show me you kind of looking out onto the world and seeing no opportunities. But they're saying if you just turn your head just a little bit to the right, you'll see just beyond the tumbleweed, you'll see lush green grass, you'll see waterfalls, and you'll see everything that you want, but you just have to change the way that you're looking, what you're looking at. So your perspective, you need to see things a little bit different. It's kind of like you get all excited. I call it 5-hour faith. You know how you go to church and the preacher gets you all hyped up and you're like, yes, I could do this, I could do this. And then you come home and the electric bill is $250 and you only got $100 and you still need gas and you still need food. So all that faith that you had at church has already dwindled down because real life has come through and hit you in the gut. And you're like, wait a minute, they just told me I could do everything, but now this is in there and I can't do this. And so it seems to be like your faith comes and goes with the situation, is how they're making it seem. So it's fine that you pull back, but you need to look beyond your circumstance. You need to look beyond the desert and the barrenness that you see to a little bit further past where that is, and you'll see everything that you want is right there. You just need to focus on where you want to be versus where you are now. So if so, like when me and Don used to be like, oh, I'm not good at mediumship, I'm not good at mediumship. At the time we weren't. But once we changed that one phrase and I started saying, I'm getting better at mediumship, guess what? I got better at mediumship and I started getting more hits on mediumship. But I had to change my perspective on what I was saying and what I was putting out in the atmosphere. Remember, words have power. And so if you see yourself moving forward or you speak those positive things about yourself, then you'll see them start to happen even if you don't fully 100% believe. Because the first time I did the manifestation, the 369 method with Don and Shauna being online, I didn't fully 100% believe it, but I did it anyway. And then boom, it happened. And I was like, well, hold on. And so, well, let me try it again and let me try it again. And you get the confidence built up, but you have to at least put it out there and try it. Even if you don't fully 100% believe in it, you believe enough to put it out there. So set the intentions for what you want. If you want to move to a new city, then tell them what city you want to move to. Don't just say, I want to move to a new city, because one city over is a new city. If you want to move to a different place, tell them where you want to be or the options that you're looking at. Tell them what kind of job you want. Tell them what kind of opportunities you want. If you want to find love, tell them you want to find love. These are your guys that are here to make your wishes come true. You know how your high school teacher always be like, I already got my degree. I already got this. I'm trying to teach you. That's kind of what your guides are saying. I don't need this. I'm on the other side. Everything is great for me on this side. I'm trying to get you to where you need to be. So once you decide that you're going to let me help you, then I can make things easier for you. So they're saying, decide what you want. Tell them what you want so they can give it to you. And you'll be surprised at how fast it'll happen. And stop worrying about how the economy is going to affect you, because you're drawing in the negative energy. I stopped watching the news once we got our new person in chief, because it was very depressing for me all of the news was overwhelming. So I started following people who were a little bit more positive and who were just putting positivity into the atmosphere. They weren't concentrating on all the negative stuff. It's very overwhelming. So they taught me how to maintain the positive energy versus trying to concentrate on the negative energy. So if you do that, you'll be fine.
Super.
Exactly, Coco, that makes sense. You are the creator of your own results and your own rewards. So even if you don't fully believe it, still say it. Like, I didn't believe that I was actually getting better at mediumship until I started getting better at mediumship, but I had to say it repeatedly. Every single time I wanted to be like, I wasn't good, I could hear my teacher say, stop saying that. And I
Okay.
would stop, and then I would rephrase it before I even got those words out. So every time I would hear her, boom. And then eventually it all made sense and it all started to work for me. So just start speaking it the way that you want it to happen. See it where you want it to be. I know the job that I want in my new place, and I just keep seeing it, and I just keep thanking them for the job. And it seems like a ridiculous job. Like, who's going to pay you to do that? These people are going to pay me to do that because that's what I want and that's what I set the intentions for. And so I just keep seeing me accepting that job over and over and over again. And when I get that job, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, and y'all gonna be like, I can't even believe you got that job, because I keep setting it out there. I keep writing it in my journal, and it's been for the last maybe 6 or 8 months that I've actively stated what I wanted the job to be, but also for maybe a year that I said that I've decided that I wanted to have a new job. And now I see the pieces falling into place. Some of the things that kept me loyal to this position are starting to fall away. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, it must be time for those things to shift into place. And you have to decide that you're ready for it. So that's what I got for you.
And I want to put something. I want to pop something up right here. This I just put in the chat. This goes back to what Angie was talking about. Energy follows thoughts. And again, words are thoughts. Listen to this song. Click on this link when we're done. Before we're done, click on this link and save it. This is Willie Nelson. This song, I heard it a few months ago. I was driving and it came on. I'm like, holy crap. This song was my book, because again, it goes back to what Angie was just saying. When you put when you let it come in your mind, the good thing is you can make that happen because you think it, you can bring it to reality. And if you entertain the negative, you can make that happen too. And then you're like, darn, I don't want it to, but you do because you entertain it. So energy follows thought. When you think about it, when you say it, the energy follows it. And so believe in it, think of it, say it, believe it wholly and succinctly. And don't be surprised that it comes through for you. But be careful to not engage the negative. Yeah, you may have negative thoughts, but don't engage it.
Don, do you have the link to that short that you put up about 45? When you were talking about how good is at manifesting stuff, you were
Oh,
talking
yes.
about, okay. You guys need to go and look at that video. The
Yeah, let
subject
me find it.
person isn't the best person, but everything Don is saying about this person is true. He believes these things, and so it happens. He believed that he would be president again. He spoke it, and it happened. However it happened, it happened. And so this is a person who has a keen manifestation because he believes it when he says it. Regardless of how ridiculous we think it is, he speaks it and it happens. And so 45 is one of the best manifestors I've seen out there. Don posted that video in one of his shorts, and you guys need to watch it, because
You
when I
do.
looked at it, and I was like, Don talking about 45. And so then I listened to it and I said, nothing he's saying there is a lie, because it makes so much sense. Nobody else has to believe in it but you. And as long as you believe in it, you put power to those words that you're saying and watch it happen. And boy, oh boy, when I listened to that video a couple of times that Don said, and I wanted to be mad at it, but it was so true I couldn't even be mad at it, because
And
all you
Angie,
really need is the technique that Don is talking about.
yeah, and Angie knows me well enough that, believe me, that's one video I did not want to make, but I will give credit when credit's due, no matter who. And that man, he and I do not have any kind of positive relationship, nor will it ever happen. But when I thought about it and I was sitting there, I went, you know what? I'll be damned. I keep talking about putting words in energy. Energy is words, words are thoughts, and so forth. And I thought about it. I said, he is the epitome. I got to give him credit.
And look how much opposition is against him, Don.
Yes.
So many people was like, no, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna blah, blah. And look, in face of the opposition, he didn't even care. Whatever, I got this. And he
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and again, and when you see it, I'm not facetious at all. When I'm talking from a real place, when I experience this and I put it out there. Let me see if I can even, let me see if I can even bring it up on a window and share it while we're live here.
It was such a good video. And when I say I was just hot about it, like how dare, but it makes so much sense about manifestation. It's not about, whether it, like everything that manifests, he just believes in it. It's not good for him. Everybody else may not believe in it, but he believed in it so tough, he got it. So many.
Yes. Yep.
Crazy, just crazy. And what you need to pay attention is the information about the manifestation. That's what you need to pay attention to, not the subject matter.
Exactly.
But he is the best example of getting exactly what the heck you want when nobody else believed that you could get it, or when it seemed impossible. Like you'd have never thought, but he got it.
Yeah.
He's
And again,
great at manifesting.
it killed me to say it, because I will,
It
but I
killed me
did.
to listen to it, Don. I was thought
Yeah.
about what is God doing, but
I
I
even said,
couldn't even lie. Nothing you said was a
yeah.
lie.
Yeah, when I put it out there, I'm like, I'm gonna get people pissed. I know, because on either side, but I didn't the reality. So here we go, folks. And let me know, Angie, if you see this. Does it share? Did you see it?
I see your picture. Yep, I see it. It hasn't started yet, but oh, there it is. Oh, we can't hear it though.
Hold 1 second. Let me see if I can. Shoot. Let me see how I can do that. It should do. Also share audio. Okay, this is.
Look, Angel's popped in right on time because she always has the remedy for why something isn't working. Angel's, what are we doing
Exactly.
wrong?
It says also share tab audio. It should have come up in audio. Let me click it one more time and see if I can get it going. Okay, so it's up now, and then let me hit the play. Volume up is all the way. Here we go. Can you hear it there? No?
No,
No volume?
no, I can't hear that. We can't hear that, but we can hear you. And
Okay,
usually when you play a video, it drowns out your mic so nobody else can talk.
exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What the hell?
He put the link in there. You guys need to go and listen to it for nothing else, just to
Yeah,
get the manifestation information about it. And
yeah,
now you
check
see
it
what
out.
the video look like. He has on a red and white shirt.
Yeah, yeah, check it out. Yeah,
It's
again,
not
it was.
even that long. It's a short, so it's not even
Yeah,
that long.
yeah, it's like maybe 2 minutes at most. But yeah, I got to give the guy credit, because again, and affirmations, dude, he is the king of it. In 2020, after January 6th, he had no career, no political career, and nobody would have ever thought. And then he kept telling us it was going to happen, and it was going to happen. And even with the other things he ran into, he kept re-scripting. He kept and you know what? It fell in line. It fell in line because he truly believed it, and I don't question that. And again, he's not. I'm not a fan, but I will tell you, he truly believed in that, and he said it over and over again.
Listen, my niece Kamora, Keena's daughter, she said, and she spoke it. When I say she spoke it so clearly, she says, I want a job. I want to be a hostess. I want to work these hours and I want to do this. And her mom was like, nobody's going to give you a job like that. Nobody's going to give you a schedule like that while you're in high school. She got exactly what she wants. She got a hostess job. They worked around her schedule at school. She makes good money. And this is 3-4 years later. She's still working there. She got exactly what she wants because she spoke it. And even with her mom telling her she would never get that job, She got exactly what she wanted. And it wasn't even that long after that she spoke it that she got it, because she just has wide-eyed optimism. Like I always tell Kina, Kimora has no ceiling. Nothing is impossible to her. She always looks at you like, why not? The day that she went and picked up her car, when we went to go look for cars, Don, she said she saw herself driving off that lot and she didn't leave that car lot without that car. She said what she wanted a car that had a backup camera. She wanted it to have Bluetooth. And she wanted and I think that was it. She didn't even want a lot of things. And so the first car she tried, the backup camera wasn't working that well, so they said no to that one. And what does Kina say? Decide what you want and reject everything else that doesn't align. She got in the next car, the backup camera worked, she had the Bluetooth, she had everything she wanted, and she had already saw herself driving off the lot, and she drove off the lot with that car from the money she made from the job that nobody thought she would ever get.
Isn't that great? I love that.
Exactly. So when I say manifestation is yours, and I posted something today that says abundance isn't created. Abundance is always there. Limitations are created. So the abundance is always out there for you. What you do is create limitations to getting that abundance. So the abundance is already waiting on you. It's just sitting there like, oh, well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. What we do is create limitations and obstacles that keep us from getting it. Oh, well, I'll never get that job. Nobody's going to hire me. Oh, well, when am I going to get a job? Oh, well, nobody's going to work with my schedule. Listen, Kimora, Trump, two very good manifestors, I'm just saying. And she's only like 19.
Yeah.
Believe it and you can have it.
Yeah. Let me try this one more time. I think I found a hack around this. So let me see if I can do this one more time. Here we go. Let me open this. And then let me click here. Sorry, folks.
Vanessa, I did tell you some more about school. You said you were going to wait 2 more years for your kids to graduate, and they're saying, no, don't wait for your kid to graduate. You need to go ahead and move, because if you wait those 2 years, you're going to miss that opportunity. So go ahead and move forward now. At least start the process to getting things in gear, and you'll see how things will work out for you. So that window of opportunity is going to close if you wait that 2 years. They're saying don't put yourself on hold. Go ahead and move forward. It is room for you and your daughter to move forward positively.
Here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay. Here. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Now let's see if we can get the volume to work. Affirmations do work, and now we have proof. I can cite you a case that everyone will understand immediately. And I'm not being tongue-in-cheek with this. Remember, I wrote the book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations, talking about how to perform affirmations and how you do them, how you cite them over and over again, how you believe them when you say them when you believe them, and over time your environment yields, because your energy is so strong, your environment yields to you, and it comes to be. And think about it. This is exactly what happened with the guy who now sits in the White House. And I'm not being political. Do not go there with me on this one. And I know some people are going to turn off right now. But think about what he did. This man, after January 6th, had no political career. He had caused an incident at the Capitol. And through his will, through his sheer will and determination and repeating the facts, he said he would be president again. He said it over and over and over and over again. And we believed him not initially. But guess what? The universe yielded to him and he became president. He told us that January 6th did not happen the way it happened. And yet now the facts are written that apparently it didn't happen that way. Again, I'm not arguing the political points. I'm not even arguing the fact of the situation. What I'm telling you is that this man over and over again has said this will happen, that will happen, this will happen. And the universe has yielded to him. The energies have yielded to him because he believed it when he said it. And he truly believed it. I have no question about that. But that's what affirmations do. He was specific. He was clear. And he was to the point And he said something that would be a future success, and it happened over and over again. So next time you want to change your life, next time you think something is so big and a hurdle cannot be achieved, overcome, however you wish to say it, I am telling you, look to the success of the guy in the White House. See that he employed affirmations, not even knowing. His mind would probably blow if he knew that what he did was affirmations. But you know what? They worked. And we have the proof. 3 more years of this. So again, do your affirmations. Draw in your energies and make your life all that you want it to be.
Exactly, Don. Exactly. I listened to that a couple times and I was like, I guess he right. Like, I didn't even want you to be right about it, but you were so right. And I
Yeah.
had to take it.
Yeah.
Miss
And what,
Vanessa, I'm gonna tell you this really quick because me and Don are about to get off because we've been on like over 2.5 hours. You said my thing is the financial with having a daughter in college and my parent plus flows. So when Brandon went to school, I was worried about how to pay for his school. And my guys kept saying, you'll have more than enough. You'll have more than enough. And I kept saying, okay, okay, I trust and believe. And then all this, he got all these scholarships, but we still had a couple thousand that was due every semester. And I'm like, well, you said I would have more than enough. What's the problem? Like, where's the money coming from? And I'm thinking that it was going to come from this pot of money. Like, oh, he's going to get more scholarships. He's going to get this. He's going to get that. It came from a whole nother pot of money that I didn't even know about. But my guys who can see further than I can see knew that this was happening, and it happened. And now he has more than enough. But it came from a place that I wasn't seeking or that I didn't know about. I just knew that they said I was going to have more than enough. And so I believed that I would have more than enough. And I do, but not from the source that I thought it came from. So you're thinking, oh, how will I pay for it? They're saying there's alternative ways for you to pay for it. So you need to find, so whatever it is that you want to go to school for, there's alternative ways to get the money. There's grants, there's scholarships, there's other things, there's other ways, or there's even maybe an employer who will pay for you to get that training. But what they're saying is the opportunity is here now. Once you decide that that's what you want, you don't have to decide how to get it. You just have to decide that you want it. When Trump said he was going to be the president, he didn't worry about how it was going to happen. He just said that it was going to happen in the face of all that opposition, the January 6th stuff, people saying that he had no career, that he would never come back. And lo and behold, look at where he is. So it's not about you figuring out how it's going to happen. It's you stating that you want it. So once you decide that you want it, and that you really are ready to move forward with it, your guides make it happen. It's not your point to make it happen. One day I said I want to pay off all my medical debt by the end of the year. I crossed out by the end of the year and just put pay off all my medical debt. Within a couple of days, I got a notice. Then they cut one of my bills in half and took $1,000 off of one of my bills, and I paid that debt off. It wasn't me deciding how the debt was going to be paid. I just spoke that I wanted it to be that way, and it happened that way. So all you have to do is decide that that's what you want and allow your higher power to do it. You can say, I want my daughter to finish school and I don't want to incur any more debt. So then you don't get any more debt. I want to have this opportunity. I don't know how to do it. Go out and send somebody out to bring me back that information on how to get this education without me paying for it, or how to get it paid for.
mm-hmm.
All you have to do is say you want it, and then they'll make it happen.
Don't
So that's
forget, Muhammad Ali and Arnold Schwarzenegger said this many, many times. And again, both of them believe that these are men who came from humble means and rose to the heights. I mean, Schwarzenegger was governor of California and an actor, and still an actor and producer, and owned real estate. Muhammad Ali, the best in his field. And they always said, if you believe it, you can achieve it. And Angie's telling you this. Always remember, if you get lost in any muddling of a message in any way in your head, go back to that one phrase. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. But if you say it and you don't believe it, then you shorten yourself. So again, when you ask that question, Vanessa, from now on, we're not asking that question. The only thing is I am a student again. I am on my path. That's what you should be saying. And the money will find its way. And my husband and I, we talk about this quite often. It's amazing. We've been together almost 29 years now. 29 years. And the one thing that we see continuously is every time we need money, it shows up at our door. It shows up at the door because of who knows what. But the reality is because we need it, it shows up. And when we don't need it, it's okay. We're good. So again, believe it and achieve it. All right. Again, like Willie Nelson. So check that Willie Nelson song. I'm telling you that Willie Nelson song will become your mantra. It'll become your mantra.
So the next thing you need to say is that you want to have those parent loans forgiven. You got those your loans forgiven. Now tell them you want your parent loans forgiven and allow that to be happen. Like, you don't have to decide how it happens. All you have to do is say that you want it to happen and allow it to happen. It'll happen for you. And then you saying you're worried about your house bills. What was the exact thing that I just said? I was worried about how to pay for Brandon to go to school, and they told me I would have more than enough. And I had more than enough because they made it happen. Not the way that I thought, the way that they thought, because we think, oh, you go to school, you get loans, you get grants, you get scholarships, but sometimes there's another way. So allow them to make it for you. You just tell them, I want to go to school and I want to be financially stable while I'm going to school, and watch it happen.
And Vanessa, that whole long paragraph you just typed, you just voided everything I just said. Because again, you're like all the reasons why, all the excuses why I can't because of this and this. And I'm not saying they're not valid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not valid. But what I'm saying is when you allow that to creep in and say, I can't because, it won't because, I can't because, when you put that because in there, you've just negated, I believe it and I can achieve it. You just said, I believe it, but I can't achieve it because you just spiked it at the 1 yard line when you could have went across the goal line.
Listen,
So,
our current president has 34 felonies, okay?
And all kinds of other issues, so many other issues.
You can go to
And he
college
moved.
without getting some more loans. You okay? That's the least of your worries right now.
Yeah.
Like, serious.
Yeah. Yep. If you
You'll
want
be
it to
fine.
happen again, when you put your mind to it and you focus and you again stop giving in to all of the, well, I can't because I'll tell you what, Vanessa, you're talking. Let me remind you, you may not know my story, and I understand if you don't, it's not a problem. It's not like I'm somebody famous who people know. But when I was younger, I graduated at 16. I worked 3 jobs. I was a bouncer because back then I was 300 pounds, 6 feet tall, 300 pounds. And this is in the 80s. And a lot of people were smaller. I was a big guy. I was a bouncer at night. I worked at Montgomery Ward department store during the day. And I worked at a courthouse on the weekend as a guard and went to school full time and bowled 2 nights a week in a bowling league. I did all that and fit it in because that was my life. And I didn't care. I was good. When I graduated, I went to work at NSA and I became NSA's National Security Agency. It's a government agency. It's a long time ago. But the point is I became an engineer. I was doing engineering work. I was creating and doing things. I then told myself, I'm going to live in Germany. I'm going to live in Europe. I always said that when I was a kid. And everybody's like, you're from the inner city. You're from Baltimore. You live in a freaking row house. It's 10 feet wide, 40 feet deep. Remember where you came from. I said, where I came from is not where I'm going. I am not going to,
Eye on the
again,
prize.
Yep. If I believe it, I will achieve it. I told them, and they're like, you're just kind of, you're a dreamer. Well, you know what? Maybe so, but my dreams are going to become reality, so they're not dreams. And guess what? I wound up living in Europe. I moved because of my experience at NSA. I was plucked out of there, and I went to Europe, and I lived in Europe for 8 years. In 1992, March of 92, if you ever watch some of my shorts way back when I wrote my book in March of 92, I was driving from Vogelway Patch Barracks. I'm sorry, Patch Barracks, Vogel Way, which is an army base, right? Driving toward Einsiedorf Air Station, which is which is an air station, which means again Air Force. I was headed there to where we work, and I was like, you know what? Do I want to do this for 20 more years? I mean, I love engineering, but I had gotten to a point where I got to the top, and now I had to run and lead people. I was over 15 people, and I'm like, do I want to do this? Is this 20 more years to get a check? Do I want to? And Reba McEntire came on the radio at that very moment when I was really questioning it. And Reba's song, Is There Life Out There? It came on the radio. Now I'm single. I'm the only support I have. This is where the money's coming from. And you know what? That song came on, Is Our Life Out There? And I'm like, Reba, on that day, she talked to me. She sang that song to me. She wasn't singing to everybody else. She was singing to me, and I heard it. And I said, you know what? I hear her. She tells me there is life out there, and I will have to do something. And I put together a plan. And sure enough, what I did is I bought real. I already owned one rental house because I bought it way back when and never moved in it because my brother needed it and he was a tenant. Anyways, the point is that I realized I did research. I found where I could buy low cost real estate with high rents and a very stable market. And I did the research. I saved a little bit of money. Then I paid down payments because I couldn't afford the buildings, but I could afford down payments. And I bought two fourplexes. And my fourplexes, I was paying $1,000 a month on one because it was owner occupied, and $1,100 for the second one, and those were generating $2,400 a month, and that gave me the money to allow me to move back to the U.S. and to go to school full time and change my life. And I went back to school, become a political science major, and then got a law degree. So every step along the way, I told myself I was be a lawyer. Who in my world would have been that possible? Would think that's possible? Again, I believed it. You can give me all kinds of excuses. You can tell me all kinds of stories, and I'm asking you to hear that when I say what I'm saying, I've lived it. I have lived it. And if I had listened to my parents, if I had listened to where I came from and said, this is all you can do, this is your limitation, I would still be in Baltimore City, and who knows, maybe not even alive, because I have some friends who were there and they got into the drug culture because our neighborhood went into the shitter, excuse my French. And so, and some of them have passed because of the drugs. It's gotten so bad. I didn't do that. I believed that I was going to live in Europe. I believed I was going to do something more. I believed I was going to be an attorney. And I did. And I did. I believed I was good at real estate, and I believed I was going to make a fortune in real estate. Angie will tell you, I'm not talking shit. In 2022, I sold over 110 doors that we owned. We owned 110 doors in Houston, Texas. I'm talking doors as in real estate. These are my rental properties. I came from the inner city of Baltimore, and I wound up owning 110 rental properties in Houston, Texas. And again, I walked away from a steady paycheck where I was making money in engineering and left that and owning nothing but making my determination that I was going to get there. And I did. And I sold it in 2022, and I have not looked back because that made me money. I sold it for 3 times what I paid for it. Not 1, 2, 3 times.
2022. Oh my gosh, has it been?
Sorry, Angie, your microphone is cutting out. I can't hear you.
Wait, let me see. How's that? Can
There
you
you
hear me
go.
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yes, Verizon. I lost you again.
Oh. Wait, let me see.
I can hear you now.
Can
Is
you
it
hear
a
me?
proximity thing? Is it a proximity thing?
If I'm right up on, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just saying, has it been that long? It's been since 2022. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It seems like it was just yesterday.
Yeah. 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 It's crazy. So you can, again, everybody, you can give me everything you want. Throw at me, give me the worst. And I will tell you, that you just, if you can't convince me. Yeah, I just cannot be convinced that you can't bring a ship, even a major barge, and redirect it. It can't. I don't care. You can do it. It may take ingenuity. It may take time, but it takes one thing: believing. Believing you can do it, and believe in yourself that you have, not only that, but believe you're blessed enough that the good Lord above, that the spirits above, that the universe will help you and deliver for you. And if you do that, if you do it, don't be surprised if it happens. Really.
Vanessa, they're showing it to us plain as day. Like if your guides brought it up, and oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. I see a man in your life. I'm glad you said that you were single because I kept seeing a man in the passenger seat with you or walking along with you the rest of your life. So there is a man coming into your life that is going to help you. He's a king of pentacles, so he's very good with either getting money or helping you with advice on money. So I do see a King of Pentacles coming into your life, and I do see a man coming into your life very soon. Definitely by like November of this year, you should have met somebody. So you'll be fine. Again, state what you want. That's all you have to do is state what you. Oh, you have a husband. I thought you were single. Well, I see a guy giving you very good advice. So maybe you need to listen to him because he's giving you very good advice. But there is a King of Pentacles in your life that is giving you good advice on money, and he'll help you to make better decisions or to good make good choices going forward regarding money. But
So maybe
again,
this is
all
that
you have to
one.
do is state that that's what you want.
Yeah. So maybe with him being just in there 3 years, maybe he's the big,
Oh, maybe
the
then
good.
that's the one. I saw a guy in the
Yeah.
seat, like it seemed to be a new person. And she said she was a single mom, so this is the
Yeah.
new person. So again, good choices that you're going to make going forward,
Yeah.
and stop worrying about the money. Think about where you want to be. See yourself. Listen, I want to go to Japan and I want my job to pay for it, so all I see me doing is getting my laptop from work and getting on a plane going to Japan for whatever reason that they're sending me to Japan. So that's all I'm believing. Look, I got the faith of Trump right now. I'm just gonna believe that it's gonna happen.
Absolutely. So with that said, let's get our way out of here because it's late.
Oh, it is late. But
Thank
the
you all for
energy
coming
was
in.
good today,
It
Don.
was. It was. Y'all brought some great energy in. You gave us some great, you gave opportunities for readings. And Lord knows we were doing some crossfire, which is even better. I love it. I love it. I love it. So wonderful. Miss Angie, thank you so much as well for bringing that energy. You were just on fire tonight. You were inspired
It was a
tonight.
good time.
Hey, Rachel McKinnis, I didn't know you were in here. Good to see you in here. Good to see you. Thank you for
Exactly.
dropping in. With that said, we'll talk later, everybody. Again, I'll be back on tomorrow, and again 8-ish, 9-ish Pacific Standard Time. So figure out
That's
where.
what I was going to tell. That Lydia lady kept saying, I want a reading. I want a reading. Come in tomorrow morning, Lydia, and Don will be on live in the morning. And he can, if you remind him, maybe he'll see if he has the energy to read you.
Yeah, I got to go to the dentist first, and so it's like I'm
I'm
hoping.
not going to promise you anything. I'm just saying, let him know that you're back in the chat.
Exactly. All right, everybody. Angie, take care and tell Brandon we said hello and congratulations on finishing his first year. That's amazing.
All right. Exactly.
Have a great one, everybody. Good night.
All right.